Yeehaw, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else. What's up, guys? Hey, thanks for joining us on Open Mic with Mike on the Mic on the Fins Tailgate. Appreciate y'all being here as always. Everybody in the comments, always active. We love it. Bleezy, King Mill, Aquavision, JP, Isaac, Kohler, obviously Kohler, CB, Jose, John. Appreciate y'all being here. Guys, I'm pumped, man. I've been having some internet trouble and I ain't been able to get on when I want to get on. And then TD, he's out of pocket. And so I've just been itching to get here and talk to you. I had a whole show planned. I was ready to rock and roll last night and didn't, it's okay though, because I'll save that show and we'll do it again soon. And now I get to switch it up instead of is Terron Armstead coming? Terron Armstead's already here. So I'm going to touch on all that here in a minute. I do have Kohler in the back, so I'll bring him in here in a little bit. This is Open Mic. I'll be posting the Aqua. My bad, bro. I'll get my wife to drop those off at the mailbox tomorrow. So I have Kohler coming on. I sent a link to my buddy. I'm hoping he gets to jump in. Y'all are gonna love him. He's hilarious. And we're gonna rock and roll. Share my thoughts on the Armstead thing before we get going. Okay, injuries aside, everybody has a chance to get injured. I am pumped, y'all. Pumped. I heard numbers that I was so against, but I was bracing for impact because I thought we didn't have a choice. And then when the contract details came out, it's 5 for 75 with 87.5, up to 87.5 with games or incentives. And I'm guessing those are games played. I'm stoked. We got him at $15 million a year. And it could be 17.5 million. That still doesn't even touch 18 or the 20 plus that some people were talking about. Like I don't have any sources right now. And so I'm going off of the people that I have seen be right and that aren't wrong often or ever. And I trust some of them. I still don't trust all of them, but I was hearing numbers that I was so worried about. But at the end of the day, Chris Greer, as El Capitan, he is probably Chris Greer's biggest fan. And he's been saying it for months since we've been on here. And it's proven once again that Chris Greer is a mad scientist. He's a genius. He might be the smartest person in the room. And he proved his brilliance in this Armstead deal when he supposedly left Miami. Everybody started freaking out. I was getting nervous. I'm not going to lie. And then it came through and I was pumped. I was elated. I was in the middle of cleaning my house. I got 3 little kids and it was a mess today. And I got the news and I didn't even have time to like stop and even watch El Capitan with the breaking news segment. But I'm pretty stoked. And now this was kind of expected as far as we were known to be going after a left tackle. And Chris Greer said he was going to be aggressive. And for aggressive to be the word I use, I expect more. And I've been on record saying that I think there's something coming. I think whatever is coming comes with a contract, another 5-year contract, possibly. And I'm stoked. I'm sure people are going to bring up the questions about the interviews that happened yesterday. And I'm sure Teddy Bridgewater is going to come up. I know I had a whole bunch of topics that I would talk about. So if it comes up, I've got prepared content for y'all. But again, I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure you come in on Tuesdays for Talk 7 with TMI Tuesdays. He's got color commentary as well. At 9 p.m., you get me directly afterwards with open mic, and then drop the mic on Saturdays as well. And then you get color commentary on Thursdays. He is, man, I love Color. That's all I have to say about Color. He's just amazing. And then, as always, you get El Capitan here on the Fins Tailgate. It is a tailgate party that never stops. If you feel the need to or the desire to donate to the channel, you want to help us out, you want to promote the show even further, then the Cash App and the Venmo's in the bottom. We're never going to ask you for money, but if you want to, we felt like we got a couple people requested before, so we put it on there. Anyways, thank y'all so much for being here. I'm going to get to some of the comments real quick, and then I'll start bringing everybody on. Let's see. Aqua sending the sports cards. Did that. What up, Men's? I like that, bro. What up, CCRR, bro? Appreciate you being here. Q, love you, Q. He's right. Hit the like button, everybody, please. He's a great leader, too, for the youngins. I agree. Armstead, when he's healthy, he's one of the most dominant left tackles. There's videos circulating of him just erasing 2 to 3 people out of a play like they just weren't there. It was amazing. I love the walls that he can create. Maybe the incentives... if our medical staff is on point, then Armstead is going to be one of the best left tackles maybe to play in Miami. But it's a long way from that. He's got to play at least 14 games a season minimum for me to even think about that. Bleezy says he's straight jacket. California says elbow cough. And there you go. There. What up, Isaac? Last thing we need to do is grade Tompkins, and I'm good. Get Trey Hopkins, and then I'm good. I'll draft Jahan Dotson. Hi, Mike. What up, Tony? Bleezy's again. CCRQ. You can't talk to people like that. Connor Williams and Armstead. I like that addition to Connor Williams. I think with Armstead's help, Connor Williams is going to excel. So that's a definitely another positive of signing Armstead. CC says he's sensitive like Tua. I'm not happy until he gets the pen on paper. I get your reservations there, 100%. Okay, stupid. Q, please let me know how Armstead will make Tua's arm better. But, that's a legitimate question, Todd. Cam Robinson makes more per year in Jacksonville. And my Jacksonville friend is kind of upset that we got Armstead. Well, actually, he didn't even mention the fact that Cam Robinson's making more, but he said that they took a swing on Brandon Scherf like we did Armstead, so he's hoping it works out for both of us. Tua's our guy. Tua arm doesn't need to be better. Tua just needs more time. Like button smash, Dan. Thank you, Dan. Thank you so much. Adam, Southwest Michigan in the house. Fins up. What up, bro? Let's see. Howdy, Mike. What up, Green Rat? What up, Ali? Glad you're here. What up, Dan? I agree with getting Dotson. I think that would be a sneaky little receiver in this system. Do you think it's enough to compete in the AFC? Not yet. Let's keep the moves going. And then same way Armstead helped make Drew Brees' arm better. Hey, JP with a nice little comeback right there. But without further ado, what up, caller?
What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Dude, I'm pumped. I'm ready to be here. My wife's got shot ready for me already. I'm going to turn up. It is anniversary week, so we're celebrating all week. Thursday, guys, is the anniversary. 8 years being together, 6 years married. It's pretty cool. Before her, commitment wasn't something that happened mutually in my life, so it was great.
Awesome.
But how are you doing, bro? I didn't even get to check out the show. I was having so much difficulty.
Yeah, pretty good. I'm kind of stoked. I think, whatever. We did what we did. We spent the money. Who cares? It's over with. And let's ball on.
Do you agree that if he's going to be successful at being aggressive, this can't be the last move, right?
Well, yeah.
Because we got to go to something else. He saves so much.
Yeah, I don't think it rises to the level of aggression. Like I said in my last video, I made it clear that we were probably going to get a couple people.
I hope so. I hope we're not done. JC Treader would be great.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't want to, poo-poo it or nothing. You know what I mean? But.
Hey, shots fired. You want to put a little, hey, guys, idea. I got an idea. I'm gonna create a wheel that we can spin, and I'll develop the rules and everything. But for everybody that says a negative comment about Tua, they get their name thrown in a hat. Everybody that is on Tua's side without being in the middle, they get their name thrown in a hat. And then whenever Tua does what he is going to do or not do, we'll spin the wheel, and somebody will have to come up with payment according to whatever's on the wheel. I don't know. I think we can do something with it. That'd be cool. The wheel of shame, something like that. It's gonna be fun. Somebody's gonna have to eat crow. Either Tuanon's gonna be right, or the Tua haters are gonna be right, or the people in the middle are gonna be closer to being right, because maybe Tua doesn't become amazing, but maybe he does enough to compete and get us to the AFC Championship. That's a start.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
Did you see that? Isaac said make a YouTube channel with Kohler all about sports.
Yeah.
What up, Miss Fins?
Certainly.
Appreciate you being here. Definitely hit that like button, y'all. We're so close, guys. Like 160, 163 or something like that from 1,000. Whoo, boy, 1,000. He ain't been doing this 6 months yet. This is gonna be great. Here's the link, everybody. Feel free to hop in. I'm in a great mood. We're gonna have some fun tonight, boys.
Mike, I do have footage of the latest thing that's walked through the door.
I'm ready. Hey, who that? But now he's Miami Dolphins.
That's why it's orange. That's why it's an orange who dat.
What up, Todd? What's up, bro?
What's going on? Hey, I don't think Treader will be coming, but I think we do need to find a center. That's what we need right now. I don't hear you.
No, I know. I'm sorry, talking about dog. Okay. But yeah, I agree with you. I think a center is so.
Now you know why? Hey, I was watching Reason's show earlier. Treader wouldn't go back to the Browns because he's also, remember what his job is. He's player personnel president, whatever. He's head of it. He didn't go back for moral reasons. I don't think he'd come here because of the fact with the Ross and the Flores situation, the lawsuit. I think that would put him in a tough spot coming here.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm going to do something new tonight. Since it is open mic, I'm going to be bringing everybody on. The first thing I want to know is life good, and is something worth talking about right now going on with you personally, man? Are you having a good life?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. Surviving, you know what I mean? But
hey, that's all we got to do, right? Just keep going.
Yeah, trying to get better, trying to get back in shape now, trying to get my legs to start working right after spinal surgery a couple years ago.
I'm all about encouragement, man. I'll encourage you until you hit your goals all day long, bro. Just keep it going. I'm excited to hear the progress for that.
Yeah, I want to be able to run again. That's my goal.
Hell of a goal. What happened to your spine?
I was in a car accident about 15 years ago, and I had to have a couple discs replaced way later than what I should have.
Yeah.
Caused some permanent damage. Now my legs are shaky. I can walk and all that, but I got to every 20 minutes I got to sit down or I can't. My legs will get tired. It's like when I used to train on the beach. That's what it feels like after 20 minutes of when I wake up in the morning, let alone when I walk for a little while. I have all the strength. I can still leg press. I can still get all the weight up. I just don't have the endurance.
Yeah.
And that's from the spinal
damage.
Doctor
would say to that, right?
Oh, wow. That's a big old mouth. Yeah.
You know what the doctor would say to that, right?
What?
Don't walk.
Doctor told me to walk. He told me to get myself back up and ready. I want to drop some of the weight that I gained during all that and get myself back in shape.
Hey Todd, I know you're gonna do it, bro. Just keep me posted, man. Keep me posted on the milestones, and let me know what you're working on specifically, so I can pray for you, bro.
Thank you very much. But
we have no doubt you'll do it.
As of the Armstead steal, I love it because that was a steal at $15 million. Do you know
I can't believe it was only 15.
Do you know there's 17 offensive tackles
that make more than him?
Per year.
Mm-hmm.
How in the
brilliant
did we get him for that price?
Chris Greer worked his magic. I'm gonna bring JP on.
It's Tua. He wanted to play with Tua really bad.
He wanted to play with Tua. Hey JP, so before you get going, man, how's life, man? Everything going good? Anything to talk about right now?
You know what? It's all in perspective, my dude. First off, Todd, keep your chin up, dude. Keep fighting. You're inspirational for all of us, man. You're inspirational for all of us. But as for my life, you know what? I got a beautiful wife. I got 2 great kids. I'm 6 feet above ground. I'm relatively healthy. You can't ask for any. I got a roof over my head. I got food on my table. You can't ask for anything more than that, my brother.
Simple joy, man. I love simple joy.
But you know what? I'm bummed out about. So I was bummed out on Sunday. We both were bummed out. We were balling on each other's cyber shoulder on Sunday. But then we get this news and we feel a whole hell of a lot better, man.
Bro, yeah, because I had a whole lineup of jerseys and shirts I was going to wear during March Madness, and I had to cut it so short. I thought for sure we were going to get past Purdue, but I'll tell you what, bro. Jaden Ivey, that dude's got Russell Westbrook speed, bro. That boy is fast, and he's got ups, bro. And then when he hit that big 3, I was like, you know what? That's what superstars do. And to be a superstar in college, he had to hit that shot, because if he didn't hit that shot, I think Texas might have had a chance. But once he hit that, put him up 6, I was like, oh.
Being a South Florida fan is pretty good right now. The Panthers made some huge trades.
Hey, dude, y'all got that dope, the captain from
the Philly
Islanders, right?
No, Philly.
Yeah.
Philly,
I saw that trade. I was like, y'all don't need to get any better, but damn.
But then, but here's the thing: the Hurricanes are in the Sweet 16 in college basketball.
That's pretty dope.
You're going against a team that had 2 wins last year too, so at least we can live vicariously through you. See, Mike, I had it fully ready. I was going to go to Philadelphia. I was going to grab you. I was going to even ask you what size shirt you wear. I was going to grab you a shirt. And you know what though? Yeah. We finally won a tournament game for the first time since Rick Barnes was a coach.
2014, JP.
2014, brother. 2014.
How can you beat Texas? How can you beat Texas and not win a tournament game since 2014? I just don't get it, bro. But with all due respect, we ain't had a team since 2014 either. And Chris Beard did this with a bunch of guys that had grit and determination, but they still weren't really a team. Now, his first recruiting class, not talking about Texas sports too much in a Miami podcast, but it's going to be fun. But, man, JP, so the Armstead deal, do you need more, or is that aggressive enough for you?
Well, my thoughts on Connor Williams.
Later, John. Appreciate you being here, bro. Yeah, I got you.
Sky high on the Connor Williams signing as well. I think Armstead, I'm going to stick to my beliefs. You better have somebody that is ready to step in a pinch, because the durability issues I still have concerns about. But I'm not going to be a Debbie Downer either. I mean, $15 million for Armstead, that's a bargain.
That's a steal, bro.
That's a bargain, bro. That is like a great deal. And
even if, so let me ask you, Todd and JP both, and Kohler, if you want to chime in, even if he hits all of his incentives and gets to 87.5, we got him at $17.5 million.
Yeah, that's still a steal.
That's absurd.
That's dirt. I mean, you got players that can't lace his jock strap that are making more than that. I mean, if he hits his incentives, that means he plays every single game.
Yep.
And then any concerns about durability have been flushed completely down the toilet. And you've got
14.
the elite the probably the best left tackle or one of the best pass blockers in the National Football League on your roster. I mean, how can we shit on this in any capacity?
Hey, and he's a phenomenal run blocker for the zone scheme because he erases them when you cut back.
Absolutely.
JP, the big thing about this, he had 44 straight games that he played too up until this recently.
Yeah.
So he has had stretches where he's played for quite a while. Now, you also have to add in why he could have taken a cheaper deal. Would you want to get off that turf and come to natural grass, which will be better on his knee in the long term?
That's a viable point as well. That is a very, very viable point. Maybe moving off on the more natural surface will prolong his career. Will let him have more playing time. And you know what? Even if he misses a game or two per year, I'm willing to take that. Especially when as it was pointed out in the chat by my boy Brett, he's making less than Christian freaking Kirk is making from Jacksonville.
There's 17. There's 17 left tackles.
All fun and games. It's all fun and games.
They still have to play football.
Until the illegal man downfield penalties start.
Oh, all right. So I'm gonna bring Crypto on. I'm gonna ask him the same question. I'm gonna ask him the same question before we get hot and heavy and everything. I'm gonna introduce or get an update on everybody. What up, Crypto?
Hey, what's going on, Mike?
How's life, man? Doing all right?
Oh yeah, it's been pretty good. On the personal side, I found some interesting DeFi projects in the crypto sphere that's playing pretty good yield. So I'm all good and dandy on that side.
Hey, I got a buddy I need to introduce you to. I met him. I've known him since my sophomore year in high school, and he told me about Bitcoin before. I think it had to have been 5 years before I ever heard anybody else mention it, and now he's teaching people how to do it. But anyways, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, that's cool. Good hard asset right there. Digital gold. Bitcoin is the grandfather of them all. So you can never go wrong with that. Even at today's prices, especially when it's a scarce commodity. It's only 21 million can ever be minted. So if you can get a hold of one of them or two of them or even three of them, it's still a good investment.
Yeah, I agree. So what do you think about the Armstead, bro?
Oh, it's pretty good. I'm happy with it. It's friendly to the team because of the incentives on the back end, and then the whole percentage of the contract being guaranteed fits in line with the whole availability issue. As far as if you playing whatever percent of the game that they expected, then they're only going to guarantee that portion of the contract. If you expected to play 50% of the games, guarantee him 50% of his contract.
Yeah, I got you.
In that sense, that's a wise move by Greer to kind of finagle.
And I posted on Twitter. If y'all don't follow me, it's at Mike on the Mic. It's MIC_on_the_Mike MIC. So I was getting the feeling that the fan base is kind of like up in the air, like what's going on? Why is it taking so long? And I just told everybody I think it's medical and I think it's language in the contract. And I think that's what is brilliant about Chris Greer is the language in the contract. I think that allows you to get your return on your investment. And dude, at the investment,
our mechanic says you're worth about. Hey, they said our mechanic says you're worth about 17 million, and Armstead was like, deal.
yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna bring
and
on,
he said it was a front end. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Alex and get an update on him, and then bringing on Mounting Fins. I'm so excited for him to come on. What up, Alex? How you doing, bro?
What's going on, y'all?
Sold your house yet? Sold your house yet?
Yeah, we go up there in May.
Awesome.
So we're Rockwell in May, and my all of our stuff is there already. We got the pods and everything up there, and so now all of a sudden we got to start decorating as soon as we get up there in May.
Heck yeah, bro. So Armstead, do you need more to consider this being aggressive, or is he aggressive enough?
Check your post, Mike.
Hey,
check your
post right now for you. I'm stoked. I've got a newfound excitement, not because of Armstead, but just in general.
Oh, I'm excited, man. The Armstead signing was legitimate, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a couple things. Why?
Hang on. Before we get hot and heavy, I just need to know excited. I got one more person to bring on, and then we're gonna open it up. So yeah, you're good. I'm gonna bring on Mountie
My
Fins.
fault.
What up, Mountie Fins?
What's going on, y'all?
Hey,
Mountie,
how's
how's it
life,
going?
bro? Anything
What's
good?
going on?
Anything good to
happening?
talk about?
Nothing as it stands right now. I've been, just been kind of chilling out.
Well, I appreciate you bringing here. I think this might be my first time to talk to you. I'm not sure, but I appreciate you being here, man. And what do you think about the Armstead? Do you need more, or is this aggressive enough?
I think this is. I think we should be okay. And the reason I say that is because we have a offensive line coach who has a clue.
Yeah.
So we don't have this 1 year that dude that Jean-Pierre.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guy.
He's still on the staff.
We got we're starting 3 rookies on the line. You got an inexperienced quarterback. That's a recipe for disaster. I mean, I can just say that with utmost confidence. Come on.
Yeah.
You can't expect too much from that.
So that's what I'm saying.
I gotta show Q's comment because technically it was the first question that I caught my eye. So I know it's Dolphins, but out of respect for Q and his loyalty, do y'all? I just want to know real quick. It's a quick answer. Do you think Malik Willis is worth it to take him in the first round and potentially at 20 or higher? Because by all means, everything he's doing is people are falling in love with him more and more. So, question, Kohler, do you think Steelers should take Malik Willis or should they run with Haskins?
I thought they were taking Pickett.
Oh, okay. Todd.
Either of them or Carolina.
No, they got Trubisky. They got Trubisky, so he's going to be starting.
I think Carolina could jump on him too.
Okay, so do you think he goes
see
before
Trubisky as another Mason Rudolph?
Yeah.
No, he's better.
Do you think that he goes before 20, Todd?
I think there's a chance because there's not a lot of great quarterbacks coming out. And if he's making the show, if he's making the name for himself, he might be the one that gets taken up early.
His ceiling, I think, is the highest of pretty much all the quarterbacks in this draft. I still don't know what his floor is, but his ceiling's great. JP, do you think he's going to be there at 20? And if so, should Pittsburgh take him?
I don't think he's going to be there at 20, brother. I don't. I think some team in the top 10 is going to get desperate. I think this is going to get nuts. This is a crazy prediction. I don't think Jared Goff has much of a future in Detroit. And I'm not saying they're going to get crazy enough to take him at 2, but I wouldn't be surprised if they move down a few spots and trade back maybe to
at like 12.
Maybe, yeah. If Carolina doesn't move him, and I don't think Carolina is going to go that route because I'll tell you why. Matt Rule's job is his ass is on the hot seat, and I think he's not going to roll the dice with a rookie. But I could see Detroit trading back to maybe between 10 and 12 and take him there.
JP,
but I just
JP, I could see Baker Mayfield going to Detroit though.
Ooh,
I see Baker Mayfield going to Carolina.
That'd be interesting.
I see. Baker
I
Mayfield
think that.
Going to
Well,
Carolina.
I like that move. I like Carolina. I think Baker Mayfield's Eric Crouch 2.0.
I do like that move, but at the same time, I've heard that Carolina's not interested in Baker.
Yeah, that's true too. Well, I'm not interested in Baker. So, all right, Mountie Fins is if Malik Willis is there at 20, are you taking him or do you think he'll be gone? If you're Pittsburgh,
you know what? I think I don't take him. I don't take him. The only reason because although he has a lot of the tangible skills. I mean, he's athletic. He can throw. He's still really raw.
Yeah, but sitting him behind Mitch might not be a bad thing for a year or two.
Yeah. And he definitely not ready to start anywhere. But
but he does fit the Ben Roethlisberger mold.
Mitch ain't young though. Mitch ain't a dinosaur though. To be fair, Mitch is still relatively young himself, and if he takes off over the next couple of years, then you're stuck with a really tough decision there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So, Alex, do you think he's going to be gone before 20? And if he's there, do you think Pittsburgh should take him?
I don't think. Quick question: Where does Minnesota pick?
They got to be like 15.
Picking in the teens.
Yeah, I think they're 15. Let me check. If I pulled that out of my butt, y'all should be excited.
It should be in the teens.
So Dwayne Haskins, he
12. Vikings pick at 12.
Backup.
Dang, I was so close.
All right, teens.
You know,
So,
All right,
I
so yeah,
wonder,
go ahead.
I
You think
wonder
he's gonna be there 20?
if
You think the Vikings take him?
you know, I think the Vikings trade out of 12 and swap with the and swap with somebody and then take Malik Willis higher.
All right, before I get to crypto, I'm gonna bring Miss Fins on. What up, Miss Fins? Tell everybody where they can find you, because as soon as you get done, I'm gonna bring on Tony.
Hi, everybody. How you doing, guys?
Hey, Miss Fins.
What's up, Miss Fins?
What's up, Miss Fins? Gasecki is out of here. Gasecki's getting traded next week.
Oh, just like DVP got that extension? Right. I get it.
Hey, that's okay. Hey, that's okay, Crypto. We're gonna keep Devontae Parker for you.
But yeah.
It's okay.
Miss Fins, how's your YouTube channel going? Can you put it in the comments?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So you can find me at Miss Fins, MISSPHINS. Right now I'm up to 185 subscribers, so I'm very excited. I'm
15
looking
more to 200.
Yeah, I gotta get over 200. So that's the goal. I'm trying to get there by hopefully next week. So,
Miss Fins, you know what I think you should do? You should do a
What?
space one day. You should do
I
a
should do
space
a
one
what?
day. A space.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
you
trying
need
to
to do a
do?
Twitter space, Miss Fins.
Oh, Twitter space. You know what? I'm gonna have to figure out how I can do that, but that sounds like a great
I'll show
idea.
you.
Thank you.
I'll show you how to do it.
Perfect. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm just bringing content, obviously, especially with breaking news. As you guys know, I love to break news and things like that. How I feel about this one, I'm gonna be honest with you, Mike. I'm happy, and the reason why I'm happy, it's not because he signed up,
The
because
contract.
of the contract.
Yes, ma'am.
Is
Smart.
what excites me more
Yep.
than anything
Yep.
else. The contract. Why?
Yep.
Because it
A lot
gives
of people
the
open screen
opportunity.
apology.
Oh, 100%. I mean, this man beautifully put that contract together. And you know what? I'm okay for it to have taken so long because it makes sense.
Yep.
You know, we're protecting the team by giving him more years where we can void out some years, but we're also making him work for it. You know, prove to us that you're going to stay healthy. And then you can make more. So I really,
I mean, and even at that 17 and a half, I believe if he plays 14 games this season, the first 2 years, he could possibly work himself into an extension, because if he's playing as the best left tackle in football and he's getting paid less than everybody else, he should get more money. So, but before I do this, Tony, real quick, you asked why you're waiting. I'm new at this whole producing part. I didn't even know you were in here, bro. So I'm just glad to see you, bro. How you doing, Tony?
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate it.
I'm happy with the signing. I mean, we still got to get a center, in my opinion, whether that's by the draft or this JC Treader guy. I didn't watch him in Cleveland. Didn't watch the Browns. I don't think a lot of people do. But frankly, I don't think a lot of people, aside from us Dolphins, watch Miami. We haven't been that good. We haven't won a playoff game in over 20 years.
Yep.
So it's important we fix the offensive line so we can run the ball, have long, sustained drives, and keep guys like Josh Allen off the field.
Yep. Yeah,
That's it.
Go ahead. I think that's Alec Lindstrom, Island Time. Do you think, so I want to ask you the question I asked everybody else, Tony, is do you think that this is aggressive enough, or are you wanting more other than, I mean, if they go get a center, obviously if they can get Treader, get him. But say this is all they do to the offensive line and they maybe don't make a move other than releasing some people, freeing up some cap room, and maybe going after one or two role players. Do you need them to do more to be considered aggressive, or is this
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, look, we need to find out, we need to ascertain what is Tua all about. I want no excuses this year. I want a center that's above average, and I want another wide receiver. I want no excuses for Tua. Let's find out what he's all about. Okay, and then if he's not the guy, then we'll move on.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree with that.
Fair enough.
So
welcome, Tony Pepperoni. I like this guy.
Hey, Tony, I'm going to ask you. So I want to change. Okay. So I didn't get to do my show. If you heard the intro, it just didn't happen. So I want to ask you a question that I was going to bring up, and we're going to start the panel. This is the next question. and this is from my brain. It's not from the comments. If everybody has reported and all the fans know that you were brought in to be a backup, why on earth would you open the QB controversy that Teddy Bridgewater opened when that's the last possible thing we needed for Tua? Now, I will say this before you answer the question. I'm going to preface it. Mm-hmm. I was on TD's channel, I believe, the night that Mike McDaniel got signed. And I may have been here, which is the Fins Tailgate. And before I get to that thought, there's a tease, guys. Remember to come here on Tuesdays and check out TMI for with Tonk 7 and color commentary at 9 p.m. You can check out me, Mike on the Mic with Open Mic afterwards, and Drop the Mic on Saturdays at 10 p.m. Color on Thursdays. And as always, make sure you check El Capitan with the Fins Tailgate. It is a tailgate party that never stops. I appreciate y'all being here. Like, subscribe. If you're watching this after it's live, like, subscribe. We're so close to 1,000. We appreciate all of y'all being here. And the rest of my thought is, I wanted somebody to challenge. I wanted somebody to challenge Tua, but I didn't want a threatening presence. When we hired or when we signed Teddy Bridgewater, my first response was, I think he can challenge Tua, and he borderlines being a little bit threatening to Tua. So, Tony, why didn't Teddy Bridgewater close the door and say, yes, I'm here as the backup?
Can I start, Mike?
I want to know your honest opinion.
You said, why did he or why didn't he?
I want to know, why didn't he shut the door on the QB? He opened the door to QB controversy when he said, that's a conversation I want to keep in-house. Tony, why do you think he did that? Why didn't he just say, I'm the backup?
There's the door.
Short answer, he's a competitive guy, and he wants to start. He still thinks that he can start.
So does he give us, in your honest opinion, with his experience and his stats, because a lot of people like to bring up stats, do you think he gives you a better chance? This is a question to you. I'm not saying what I believe, but do you think he gives you a better chance in Tua to win now?
No, not really. I mean, we saw him when he was in Carolina. Yeah. I watched him a couple years. It was a couple years ago. They had him there for 1 year. Yeah. He showed some good stuff, but at the end of the day, the guy's slightly above average. He's a backup, and to reiterate what I said, I'm looking forward to finding out what Tua is all about. I mean, Miami, we for over 2 decades we've been crap because we can't find a quarterback. I mean, is this guy the guy? I'm just excited to see what Tua can do, and I'm not really thinking about Bridgewater that much.
Okay, Miss Fins, why did he open the door? I know you want to speak, so why didn't he open the door? Why did he open the door to controversy? Why didn't he just say I'm the backup? Why did he do that?
Well, you know what, and thank you for asking that question. I think it's very interesting that people want to know, but let's be honest here. When you make it to the NFL, you're already a professional. You're getting paid to do a job. And Teddy has already done it for several years. He's been a starter. He's been a backup. So why would he put himself behind the 8 ball and automatically assign himself the backup role?
I see what you're saying.
I'm pretty sure that he spoke to them and told them, listen, I'm here to win games. I want to play. And I'm sure he even said it. I want to start. I want the opportunity. But at the end of the day, this is Tua's team to lose. Because if you look at it, especially with the way that we structured all these contracts, with 1 year, this is the 1 year Tua has to be able to go ahead and take charge of this team. So why do you think we have Teddy? Not only in case of emergency, in case he gets injured, but because if Tua doesn't work out, we don't necessarily.
Okay, guys.
No, but the reason why we would say that and keep it
Let's
open.
Let's make one thing clear. Teddy's not better than Tua.
Hang on, Alex. I'm not. Nobody said that.
The numbers are only comparable because of what he had.
Shut it. Hang on, Crypto. Alex, shut it, bro. Shut it. You're stoking a fire that hasn't even started. Miss Vince, go ahead.
Let me finish.
I apologize. Go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry.
No worries. But you know what? He opened it up because there's no need to close it. It's Tua's job to close it. Let me put it to you that way.
Hey. Okay. So why did he say that Tua hasn't reached out to him? Because behind the scenes, maybe he has, but why did he say that? Are they playing a game with us, or is he honest? Has Tua not reached out to him? Why would Tua not reach out to his backup?
Well, I don't think Tua has to reach out. This is the offseason, people. Okay. Nobody's nobody's doing OTAs, nobody's doing all of that. Everybody's working on their own thing. So
I just wanted to see. So, Miss Vince, I'm about to get into my brain, and I'm sharing conversation. I'm gonna ask a question from my brain that I've asked in private conversation with certain people. And it's this: if Tua doesn't take that step that a lot of people expect him to take, myself included, if he doesn't take that step, do you rebuild with Tua on the rest of his rookie contract, or are you going to roll with Teddy and let him be the captain of the rebuild and teach the young guy?
Great question. So my thing is, in this case, you would have to bring the scouting department. If Tua ends up being not the guy, know this team is not Teddy's team. This will be whoever we draft, or if we can get another elite quarterback. Teddy is here as a stopgap. So whether it's for this year as a backup for Tua, or next year for us to find a replacement or draft a QB, it's going to be a stopgap. This will never really be his team, but he will be here to facilitate that transition.
Okay, so cool.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. CB83 agrees with me.
Oh my God! I think my heart skipped a beat. I might have a heart attack. Oh my God!
He says Teddy is coming in with the thought process of doing whatever the team needs him to do in order to win football games. I couldn't have said it better myself. I couldn't have said it better myself.
That's
seriously.
For you, so I can get to the next person.
He is the 2022 version of Matt Moore.
The other thing is,
if we can just,
since Q called me out for something that could be construed, even though I didn't realize it, and I thank him for the correction, as something that could have been construed as racism. What he just typed about Miss Finns, I don't know, but man, you might want to retract that a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what he typed, but I'm actually shocked.
Not that Miss Finns needs the protection or the knight in shining armor or anything, but you know.
What did he say?
Says, even Miss Finns is saying it's to his team, TD's secretary.
Oh, thank you so much. First of all,
God.
Miss Finns, hang on.
Easy there, Q.
I will let you get to that. This is a question stack. This is a question stack. So everybody
like Cam Newton.
Gets another question that hasn't been asked yet. And so I'm going to ask Alex before I get to. I was going to talk to Mountie next, but I think he left. Alex, and I know your stance. Do you agree with everybody so far, or do you have another theory as to why Teddy didn't say, yeah, I'm here to be his backup and push him to be better, or, I'm here to help him grow. I'm here to share my knowledge I learned from Sean Payton and Drew Brees with Tua. Why didn't he say something like that? Why did he say, I'm going to keep that conversation in-house? I just want to know your honest opinion.
All right, real quick before I get into that, okay. And I want to go back to this comment here on Tua's trash, right? He said he said
post
Teddy.
Something? Did I miss it? What did he say?
Teddy could easily beat Tua out for a QB1 job. Teddy's better in almost everything. So Tua's trash.
Hey, he did have better numbers. Hey, Alex, he had better numbers all around last year.
Hold on, Mike, hold on. In his rookie year, 14 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. 2015, 14 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. 2017, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yeah,
2018, 1 touchdown, 1 pick.
And got hurt.
2019, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
I didn't do anything.
2020, 15 touchdowns, 11 picks.
Yeah.
In
I'm not arguing
2021,
with you, bro. I just, on
and mind you,
last year he had better numbers.
And mind
Can
you,
we not
last year
sabotage Mike's seed with this
he
horse?
actually got benched. He actually got benched in the middle of the year last year. He went
Now
for
there's
18
2 years.
touchdowns and 17
There's 2
picks.
years where the ratio was pretty good. Those 2 years, one of those years, he went to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay. So I just want to know, Alex. I didn't ask
year.
that, and I'm trying to get you to
But
I have
to
another
answer your question, Mike. But to answer your question, Mike, I don't think he meant to do that. I think it was just the media trying to stir up the pot. To be honest with you,
real quick, Mike. Now that Alexander says that, could somebody please clarify for me exactly what he said? Maybe I misheard, but I didn't see anything wrong with what he said.
I want to keep that conversation in house. Another paraphrase of one of his comments was, "This is a very QB friendly system," and he twice did not say that he was the backup. He had 2 different times to say, "Yes, I'm here to be a backup."
It's the media trying to stir up the pot.
So did the media do that?
Nobody would say that, because even a backup wants to portray the idea that he's good enough to be a starter. Because I mean, even if our starter goes down, we don't want teams out there thinking that we brought a guy in to be a backup.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, Chad Henne won't say that about Patrick Mahomes.
To say that by the organization. Second of all, what else did he really say?
I have
quarterback friendly system, okay. And as far as the first part, what was the first part again?
That's a conversation I'd rather keep in house.
Yeah. All of those things he could have very well been possibly instructed to say. That's why I'm surprised there was. That's why I'm surprised there was actually. I didn't realize there was an uproar about it. Really?
Hang on, no. It was just a question. There's no uproar. I just
no. I meant I know people are talking about it. I didn't realize.
But I have a question though. But I have a question though. Is after what this team and fan base just went through, do you really think the front house instructed them to keep the QB controversy going? No, because I don't believe they would do
exactly. That would be.
I don't think so either.
So okay, period.
Yeah,
so I want to ask. I want to ask Trouble P. I want to ask.
Well, they still have an obligation to the other percentage of the fan base that expects better at quarterback.
That's fair. Trouble P, how's life, man?
Hey, cool, man. Chilling, man. Hey, what is this crazy expectation that Teddy needs to come in and prostrate himself before Tua? I mean, how many playoff games has Tua won?
Hey,
how many playoff games has Teddy won?
I'm in agreement with you there, Kahari. I'm totally in agreement with you.
Teddy won 0. He's been to a couple.
Alex, exactly. Thank you very much,
Crypto. By the way,
and then also you got to consider. Okay, thank you, Alex. We heard from you already. All right, thank you.
You're welcome, bro. You're gonna hear from me more.
Okay,
Let's be nice, people.
Yeah, I did say thank you.
And I'm gonna shut down every narrative you got, bro.
All right, well, thank you, Alex.
Yeah, but you got to let him make the narrative before you shut it down.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Alex. Can I get out? Can I get out what I was trying to say?
The narrative, bro. Go ahead, boy.
Okay. Thank you for calling me boy. I appreciate that. All right, but anyway, listen up. It also, you got to think about this from the perspective, the position that Greer is in. Greer has to win this year, so it makes sense logically to bring in a quarterback like Teddy just in case Tua fails. Like Miss Finn said earlier, I do agree. Tua's going to have every shot in the world to establish himself, to take first shot at the job and earn the job, something that I don't have confidence, just my opinion, right? That I've seen thus far. Okay, thank you for your interruption too, buddy. All right, but let me finish my point. But Greer has his job on the line, right? He is invested. He picked Tua, and Tua's got to show the goods this year, and he's got to show it early. Okay, so in that sense, bringing in a security blanket, an insurance policy like Teddy makes sense. Now, to the point, final point, to the point, again, why would Teddy not acknowledge his position behind Tua? This is Teddy's city. This is Miami, okay? And Teddy's been a winner wherever he has been at. Now, listen, I'm not one who's a Teddy-aneer, a Bridgewater-aneer either. I know he's a limited quarterback as well. In every other certain circumstance, I wouldn't be championing Teddy Bridgewater as my quarterback going into the season. But does he represent an upgrade over Tua? That question is yet to be seen. And if you're a real Dolphin fan, you will want the best quarterback to win the job.
Which is
because
Tua.
that won't give us. You don't know that. We'll have to see that.
I want to piggyback off that real quick. I want to piggyback off that real quick. Hold on. I want to piggyback off that real quick.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
One thing I want to say though, Alexander, is we could debate fairly who's the better quarterback, whether he's an upgrade over Tua. Okay, we can debate that fairly, and you may even be right in the long run. Okay.
Yes,
however, for those that think that he doesn't represent a serious competition to Tua, I will say, Teddy, make no mistake, Teddy is not Jacoby. Bet that.
Absolutely, and I will.
No. He's not Jacoby.
He's 10 times
now,
better,
is he an
Color.
upgrade?
He's tenfold.
He's an
I'm
upgrade
just saying.
over Jacoby.
I'm just saying. And let me tell you, let's
let me
stop
put the
this
narrative
idea
out there
that it's such a slam dunk. You know what I mean?
I am a fan of Teddy Bridgewater. I have been a fan of Teddy Bridgewater since he was drafted. I have been calling for Teddy Bridgewater to come to the Dolphins since he was a free agent. Okay, let's make the narrative out there. I'm a big fan of Teddy Bridgewater. Now here's the thing: he's not an upgrade over Tua. He's not. He's an upgrade over Jacoby Brissett. He could be a great backup to Tua. Yes, he can, and he can win us some games. I agree with that narrative. He can win us some games. He can step.
Can I ask you a question just to be a dick?
Right in.
Alex, can I ask you a question just to be a dick?
Of course you're going to ask me. I'm a New Yorker. What do you expect?
Well, since you're in Texas, we know it's going to be a big one.
If Tua had 17 games fully healthy and Teddy had 17 games fully healthy, what has Tua done to show you that he can beat out Teddy as far as a better player that year?
Now, here Tua has better accuracy.
Can't ask people questions like that.
Does Teddy have a stronger arm than Tua? He does. Yes, he does. But let me tell you something. Tua has better accuracy.
He has completion.
And he knows where to place the ball.
Accuracy is a different.
He has a completion percentage, and he has the accuracy, and he knows where to place the ball, and he knows how to elevate receivers. But
what has he done? But what has he actually done to prove your feeling?
He has won games.
So is Teddy.
And he
33
and again,
and 30.
that's I just answered your question, Mike. I just answered your question, Teddy.
Okay.
Tua is the highest.
So you've seen enough. You've seen enough consistency. You've seen enough consistency from Tua to say confidently he would be better than Teddy in a full 17-game season with the team currently constructed.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Hey, Alex, you see how that works? See how we don't interrupt each other? See how we can have a civil conversation? See how you were allowed to go? I didn't call you boy. I didn't call you shit.
Hey, right? Mike, fuck this guy that says that with the name Tua is trash. Not this dude, Trouble P, but the guy in the comment section that blows up. Bro, all he is he even a Dolphins fan, bro? What the hell?
Yeah, I'll vouch for Tua is trash. He's been fair.
All right, Trouble.
He doesn't like Tua, but he's been absolutely fair.
Trouble, you got a rebuttal?
No,
he just goes by a very controversial name. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a controversial name.
Do a time. You on the bottle?
My only last comment though is man, the social climate with these Dolphin fans, man. You two and ears are, two and on, two and ears. Those were like funny little nicknames. Okay. But now you guys are acting like two Nazis, okay? With your behavior,
bro.
Man.
Us two and ears are real Dolphin fans. What y'all think is
I know.
Tua fans, man.
You gotta stop with the gatekeeping already, bro. There are 53 players on our squad. There are 53 players on our squad, and the next time I hear one of them besides Tua referred to as trash, you're dead to me as a Dolphins fan. So there you go. Have at it.
It's the people that run
let
with
the
that
best
bullshit,
quarterback win. Let the best quarterback
with
win.
The name Tua is trash. Hop on
Guys,
the channel.
let the best quarterback win. Teddy's no slouch.
Amen.
He may not be the
time,
best.
He'll hop on in good time.
Yeah.
Amen. So, Cat.
Hey, let me ask you this, Colin. Colin, let me ask you this: if somebody was going around with a tag with an avatar that said Jesse Davis is trash, would you be bothered by it?
I'd punch him in the fucking throat.
Well, there you go. Then you're a real fan.
Cat comes over. The Cat just came over the narrative that he never lost.
Wait a minute.
Of course you're gonna beat Joe Locke Anybody would beat Drew Lock.
Can
in
I
the quarterback
speak
competition.
a little
Come
better?
on now.
I can't.
Go ahead, bud. My bad. I'm sorry.
So,
Alexander, don't worry. Nobody's coming for Tua's job. You
hey,
be all
here's
right.
my next question.
No,
And
I'm just saying.
I'm a fan of the organization.
He's
not
been
necessarily.
anointed. He's been anointed. Don't worry.
Amen, Tony.
He's
So the
got
first
the
two
job.
people to answer this next question are going to be JP and Tony. So JP, I want you to go first, and then I want Tony to answer. Cap mentioned something right here, and so I have a question. Do you think that this could be a Tannehill-Mariota situation as far as Teddy really does come in and outplay Tua? Do you think that that could be something that might happen, JP? I think he's gone. Tony, do you think that that's something that could happen?
No, I don't think it's something that can happen. I don't. Even if Tua struggles and Teddy were to come in, I don't think Teddy is as talented as Tannehill.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, Miss Smith.
Okay, so let me put it to you this way. Tua has zero room to fail.
Okay.
What do I mean by that? I mean, there's no getting hurt this season. There's no, oh, I'm not playing so well, so we have to play the backup. No, this is Tua's time. This is the only year as a Miami Dolphins. Exactly. That's why I said it, because I actually really like that song. I'm not gonna lie. But this is his year. He has to come out and take this team because he won't get another chance. And the reason why I like that they got Teddy is because I think Tua excels when he's challenged. And by having that firecracker behind him, knowing full well that Teddy can definitely go ahead and go toe for toe with him, that's gonna, and what I'm hoping, push him to actually unleash the dragon or whatever you want to call it.
So then I have a question specific for you before I get back to Tony. Do you think that Tua played better in his first season or his second?
That he did? Oh, which one he played better?
Because by your theory, he should have played better his first year than he did his second, right?
No, and let me explain why. First of all, he never started the actual season.
No,
he was literally thrown in. So you can't really put that together. Okay. Only because again he was just thrown in. He didn't even know he was gonna go in.
But when was the Arizona game? Because that's the biggest two-and-on thing is that the Arizona game was the best game.
Like keep it moving. It's one game. That's not what I'm referring to. You being good at one game it's not. You need to have the entire season. He needs all 17 games to go out and show the Miami Dolphins and the fan base that he is the man. And Tua will have the biggest wave you've ever seen. You think 2-1 or 2 meters are big now? You make Tua succeed. You're gonna have every Dolphin fan going.
So I want a Josh Allen type leap to where he just shuts up all the haters. Including, I'm not a hater, but including myself, who doesn't necessarily think he can be the 4,500 40 touchdown guy. And maybe we don't need that. Maybe we only need 4,000 yards and 3,500, 35 to 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. I don't know what we need because I haven't seen him play. But maybe Tua can shut everybody up like Josh Allen.
Mike, I'm gonna make a bet with you right now. Since
hang on.
I want to make a
Alex.
bet with you.
Hang on, Alex. Hang on. I'll let you go. I'll let you go after I get Green right up here. Go ahead, Miss Vince.
Sorry, Miss Vince. Go ahead.
No. What I was gonna say is one thing that I do think I like what they did with the offensive line, but I do think that we need our own Diggs. Having that Diggs is gonna really unleash, just like it did for Allen. It's gonna give him that ability to go ahead and open it up. So that's the only thing.
With that. I agree.
Okay.
Miss Vince, all they have to do is stop calling bubble screens for Waddle, and you have your Diggs.
Hey, amen. Green Rat, how's life, bro?
Hey, pretty good. I just wanted to say, we're kind of dismissing on Jacoby Brissett. I mean, I know he played like trash last year, but the line wasn't that great. I don't think he was that bad of a quarterback, to be honest.
Thank you for saying that, Green Rat. I wasn't going to go that far because I didn't want to beat that dead horse, but thank you for saying that.
Green Rat, was he better first year or second year?
What was that?
Was he better in his first year or his second year?
I don't know.
He's talking about Brissett. He's not talking about Tua.
Yeah, I said Brissett, not Tua.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Brissett was just here 1 year.
Yeah. No,
trying to
I
think
got you. Sorry.
second year. No, I think it just, not trying to say who was good, who was bad, but when your quarterback's running for their life, you don't get to see the best out of them. So I truly, if you go by, a full season for Teddy and a full season for Jacoby, I mean, really the numbers kind of lean towards, as far as touchdowns to interceptions, it leans towards Jacoby actually, but his last year, I think, in Indy, anyhow. So just thought I'd throw a little perspective on it.
Yeah, I got you, bro. So I wanna reset the panel, and I want to, because Carla, I appreciate it getting me back on track. So what is it, Mike? He said he never seen anything like it. So what is okay? I'm gonna let y'all get inside my head. I think there's somebody coming. I think there's a big weapon on the way. I think the 29th pick, and I think possibly one of the picks next year in the first round, and possibly one other player. I'm not going to out anybody that has talked to me and the whispers coming from everybody. Very fortunate and blessed to have all these people reaching out to me. But I think we're going to get a big time weapon to give us 3 legitimate options in the red zone as far as a ball control offense and the ability to score or make a big play.
Big strike
it
offense
is easier with 3 playmakers rather than just 2, because it's really hard to double 3 guys. And so one of them is going to be open when you have Mike Gesicki, Jalen Waddle, and Mike Gesicki, I think he is a red zone threat. When you have Mike Gesicki, Jalen Waddle, and another guy, I think it allows you to compete. I think it allows you to compete with the high-powered offenses that are in the AFC. I'm not saying it's going to beat them. I'm not saying we're better than Buffalo, but I think it allows you to compete when you have 3 legitimate playmakers. And so before I get to the rest of the question, I'm going to remind everybody to like and subscribe, guys. We're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers. I love all of y'all. And as you can see, we like to bring everybody on. It doesn't matter what your opinion is. Sometimes it gets full, but we love all of you. Anyways, so if there's something coming, and say, I'm going to throw names out there so you can get where my mindset is. DK Metcalf, Justin Jefferson, Deebo Samuel, Adam Thielen, Tyreek Hill. If they go get one of those type weapons, regardless if you think it's good or bad to have a Tyreek Hill and a Jalen Waddle, just if they go get one of those weapons, what's your confidence level that they can compete now with this loaded AFC? If they get another legitimate weapon, do you think they can compete? JP, you go first. Then I'm going to go to Kohler, and I'm going to go up and down.
I think they can, and I think they can get it at 29. If you look at some of the wide receivers that are out there, I think Drake London is that DK Metcalf. I think he's a Keenan Allen type. I think he's a dominant playmaker that fits this offense well. I think they get him. They can. I mean, look, they were a 9-8, 10, and they were a 9-10 win team last year without that kind of weapon. Not including, Waddell's that dude, but they get another one in there. I think they can compete next year with that.
Okay, Green Rat or Kohler. Sorry, I almost broke my own rule. Kohler, is that enough to compete?
I was gonna say I agree with Trey. That's more likely to be Adam Thielen out of Minnesota, but I want to yield the rest of my time to Tony Pepperoni because he hasn't really had as much a chance to speak as the rest of us. So go ahead, Tony.
Ask me whatever you want about the team.
So do you think if they bring in another okay, about the team, you were specific about the team. So do you think that a ball control offense, if the team currently constructed the way it is, what's your confidence level that we can compete? Do you think that this team can compete, or do you think they need somebody else like another weapon?
Well, I don't want to just compete. I want to win. And I'm getting sick and tired of the offensive line. So today was a good move. I like the Williams, but I'm not complacent. I want a center, whether it's J.C. Treader, whether they trade up for Lindenbaum. Look, they're going to have to, I keep saying this, but we need to be able to run the ball, keep the defense fresh, and keep these good quarterbacks in the AFC, like Mahomes, Allen, on the sidelines. Okay, we're not going to win. Okay, and it concerns me that Tua doesn't have a strong arm, and he didn't play good in the cold in some of the games. And you look at the teams in the division. I mean, New England up in Foxborough, the Bills, they play basically almost in Canada, and up in Jersey too. I mean, it's cold weather. We really need a good offensive line to help him.
Okay. So
Mike,
you think they still need more, period. Is there a guy in the draft that satisfies your that would make you go, okay, let's see what we can do now?
I want them to trade up for Linderbaum.
Okay.
From Iowa.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that guy being a perennial All-Pro for like a decade.
So I want to ask you this. Isaiah Spiller is supposed to go in the 3rd or 4th round after this pro day. And I mentioned this on my show Saturday night, and I'm going to ask your specific opinion, Tony, is we were not at a single pro day for a person that could be there at 29. The first pro day we were reported to be at was Chris Greer being at Texas A&M pro day. So do you think they've already worked out or maybe are working on a trade for that 29th pick to move up and get Linderbaum? Or do you think that that 29th pick is more likely on the move for another player that's already in the league?
It's tough to say. I mean, if I had a crystal ball, I mean, I can only conjecture. I think Miami will not stay at 29. Okay, I think they will either trade that pick, they'll move up, or they'll move back 5-6 spots, something like that. I don't think they're going to stay at 29.
Okay. And do you think it's because of the lack of talent? Because, you know, other than wide receiver, this this draft really isn't that loaded. Do you think that they're looking at 29? Because I'm going to explain real quick inside my head is that if you're 27 to 32 in the first round, I think trade back is always the best option because you can acquire better picks, another 2nd round pick, and possibly if somebody's desperate enough to move up because somebody has fallen, you can acquire a high round, or, you know, a top 25, top 50 pick in the next year's draft, whatever it may be. So do you think that there's enough talent to stay at 29 and get somebody, or do you think it's going to have to be a trade up or to get the guy they want? Do you think anybody's worth falling?
Well, there's enough talent. I mean, players always fall when they shouldn't fall, just like people go earlier. Like Austin Jackson was picked, what was it, like 19th, 18th? That was a stretch. So, I mean, it works both ways. I don't know. Like, I like Drake London, is it?
Yep.
I've seen some. He's really tall, basketball player. He's a nice target for Tua, but that's just my second choice. I don't think he'll fall that far, but he's got some injury history. Okay. So, but I'm really honing in on that center. I know it's boring, the offensive line, but I mean, we just need to be able to run the ball. And I remember years ago when we had Jay Fiedler as the quarterback, he was horrible. Okay, but he tried. But we had Ricky Williams, and we would beat Peyton Manning because we would run the ball. And we'd have like these 8-9 minute drives with Ricky Williams. Okay, we throw the ball to Randy McMichael, and and we keep the defense fresh, and that's how we beat Peyton Manning when he had Marvin Harrison and Edgerrin James. Oh my God, they were such a lethal offense.
Yeah, and Peyton Manning will say it was because of Zach Thomas, but I agree with your perspective. I think it was because
our defense was good too, but we had to keep it fresh, and we did. I mean, that's the last time we won the playoffs. It was over 20 years ago against Peyton Manning in overtime.
Yep.
I was 16 years old.
Oh man,
I'm in my 30s now.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. I'm about to be 40, but my wife gave me a free makeover yesterday. It's anniversary week, so she did my hair, she did my beard and everything. I'm looking like a true cowboy now, right, guys? But Tony, I appreciate that. I'm gonna jump to I think I'm gonna actually go back to Color since he gave you his time. I'm gonna give him some time now. Color, do you? Well, I'll ask you a new question. Do you think we are, as the team is constructed, competitive enough to make a run, possibly get hot, maybe some injuries happen around the league? Or do you think we still need not just more offensive line help, but do you think we need another legitimate weapon to compete, or can we compete now?
Well, given what's going on through the rest of the AFC, I think we probably need another weapon, and I'll second everything that Tony said about center. I mean, it's just got to be an intelligent guy for the type of system we're going to be running. But yeah, I think that could make a run. I mean, I just think we're going to be in for the long term. You know, I think we're going to end up in the same spot we were back in the time period he was talking about, which was always short. But I think it could be exciting. I think that, given anything can happen. I mean, all these quarterbacks, all these big moves, all these other teams made. I mean, they do have to play each other. So I mean, yeah, I think it can be exciting. I think we've done enough already to at least make it more exciting than it was, given the expected progression of Tua. So I mean, I don't want to be negative, so I'm going to say, yeah, I'm finding ways to say, yeah, Tua can improve, or that I could believe he could improve. So, yeah, sure. I think our defense. Everybody knows how I feel about our defense. So add a linebacker to that, especially a linebacker of the type that can keep offenses off the field, just like Tony's been saying. I think we're just fine as far as that goes. That's the whole key to us, given what we have, then the tools we have. If there are still limitations with our quarterback, that kind of stuff, then yeah, I mean that's we're going to need our defense as far as to keep the all those other high powered offenses off the field.
So,
but it really comes down to getting that first down on 3rd and 7.
So, question:
if our run game is stopped.
Question though, on the defensive side, do we need so Jerome Baker, lot of experience at middle linebacker, moved into outside linebacker, arguably played better than he had at middle linebacker. It's arguable. So, do you need a general, a run stopper, or a pass defense specialist at middle linebacker?
All of the above.
So you want an all-around?
You need a Zach Thomas. You need a Zach Thomas. You need a Brian Cox. You need a John Offerdahl.
Okay, that's fair. I was just curious what you think.
Yeah. And I thought real quick. I was rewatching the show with On the Fin Side, and man, that Paul boy, he brought up John Offerdahl. I was so proud. I'm like, God, I wish I'd have been there to talk to chop it up with him about Offerdahl. Man, that was great.
Hey, so, and yeah, Jose, I'm talking about possibly bringing in another weapon, and the 29th pick is involved in that. So I apologize for jumping ahead, but I'm jumping ahead just a tad. Go ahead, Cole. You done? Did you freeze? Freeze, Kohler.
Oh.
You talking to me? I thought you passed it on to somebody else.
No, I was answering Jose's question in the comments. He was saying that we can't talk about the 29th pick. We need to finish free agency. But I think part of free agency and leading up to the draft is a trade. at the same time, I get what he's saying. Don't jump too far ahead. And we've been
absolutely. If there's still moves, if there's still time left in free like moves to be made, then yeah, that's going to change the whole calculus of what we do in the draft and what all of us expect us to do in the draft. Sure.
Yep.
That's why it's hard to. That's why it's so hard for us here. Where we're trying to create this. Hey, talk about whatever atmosphere. It's hard for us to get in the weeds on that kind of stuff because it's so much is going to change even 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
Yeah,
all right. So next question.
This is the whole media thing.
Next question for the panel. I'm going to go reverse. I'm going to start with Tua, and then Tua time. You're going to be the first one to answer. Terron Armstead, the big signing today. 5 years, $75 million, up to $87.5. Could make $17.5 million a year. Base is $15 million a year. Love it. Haven't seen the details of what the signing bonus was, but phenomenal contract. Absolutely head over heels with the contract. So, where does he rank on free agent gets? Guys that were considered the best at their position available. Where does he rank for you to a time? Is he top 5? Is he, is he not even on your top 5? Or is Terron Armstead, is that really a big accomplishment to bring him to Miami for you?
I like that question, Mike. You know why? Because it's time to cut the bullshit. You're right, 100%. That's a top 5 for me. We have the quarterback, and now all we need is one wide receiver, just like you, Kohler, were talking about. It feels like we could be like Arizona Cardinals last year, start off with a great record like that. All we need is our DeAndre Hopkins, is how I feel. But yes, I like that. He was a top 5 free agent for me to go after for sure.
And are you talking about in history or just this year?
Just this year at the moment.
Okay, cool. Tony, let you answer, and I'm gonna go to Trouble P next. Where is he rank as a free agent get? Like somebody that was available at the talent level he is in recent memory. Where does he rank on your hierarchy of free agents that we picked up?
Well, he's one of the better free agents this offseason. Okay. I mean, he's the best left tackle available. That's for certain. Okay. Best offensive lineman. Okay. Period. That's important. So I would have him right up there. He's definitely top 3. Okay. A lot of NFL pundits ranked him as the number 1 free agent out there. Okay. So I'm glad Miami got him. I just I don't want them to get complacent. Okay. I would contact, I'm sure they have contacted the agent for JC Treader. We just the team can't get complacent. Sorry about that. Okay, we still got work to do, and I'd like the team to add an inside linebacker. I don't think it's going to be Wagner. Probably too much money, but we got to get a big tackler. He can play 2 downs. Okay, there's that guy that won't be back. I don't know what part of Texas you're from. The Dallas guy that with a Dutch name played at Boise State. Vanderbush.
Yeah, Vander Esch.
Vander Esch. He went back to Dallas. He went
back. I call him the Dutch boy. He's the Dutch boy.
He's a good player.
All right, Trouble. Are you done, Tony, or did you have something else?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done, dog.
Okay, appreciate you, bro. Trouble. Do you? Same question to you, Bubba.
Yeah, Vander Esch, man. He's a hell of a player, man. Hell of a linebacker, side to side. But as far as Armstead goes, man, I was early on wanting Armstead in on our team. I think he's a superior left tackle. I've seen it with my own eyes. He mauls guys, but he's got great feet. You can't get around that guy. He is a top talent. I was a little bit scared by his injury history, right? I think what Larry let me know about the consistency of him being injured year after year. So that's a bit scary, right? But maybe playing on natural grass will, allow him to ease back a little bit and be less stressed on all that massive weight with all that, with all that power and quickness, over time. So if we can get a healthy season out of Armstead, man, that's a great signing, especially at the numbers. But last point being that, like Ms. Finn said earlier, at this point, there are no excuses. Greer has set this thing up where he has provided all the tools that are needed. What we need is a quarterback that can compete, that can lead a team in a shootout, a la the Chiefs versus the Bills in that playoff game. We need a quarterback who can at least give us a shot in a shootout like that. Is Tua the guy? It's still a question mark, but we do know that the tools are coming into place. Wagner, I think, needs to be the next signing, and I'm good. I'm good to go. If we get Wagner, we can close shop on free agency and then look to the draft to augment other areas. But this thing is setting up where Tua has a chance to answer the questions, and if not, we're rolling with Teddy, baby.
All right, Crypto.
Yeah.
Where's Armstead rank on, Brandon Marshall? There's been some big free agents that we've got in the past. Where does he rank on your hierarchy of free agents that we've picked up?
It's ranking as far as okay.
Like,
I had stepped away for a little bit. What do you
So
what do
when we got Brandon Marshall, how excited were you?
Oh, when we got Brandon, I was real excited when we got Brandon.
So when we got Ricky, how excited were you?
I was pretty good with Ricky, even though he was on the back end of his career, so I wasn't as excited. Kind of like the Thurman Thomas signing.
Yeah,
that's how I felt.
Armstead, how excited are you? Are you like stoked, or is it
more
wait and
Mike,
see?
hold on.
You don't have an opinion.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Mike. So Crypto, you said we're talking about the 2002 Ricky, not the old school Ricky. His first year with the Dolphins. He was talking about Crypto.
Either way. But
I mean, but it was still getting towards us. Yeah. No, I'm pretty optimistic about his. I would say more like between a 7.5, maybe, as far as excitement, because of the, once he gets on the field and stay on the field, then it goes more up towards the 9 level. So yeah, as far as overall, yeah, it was a picture perfect signing as far as the necessity at the position. So, and it's just a matter if he's giving that to your offense on the running side. Once again, teams are not stupid, especially defensive coordinators. If they know you're one-trick pony and you only can run the ball, you have to prove to them that you can throw it. So cool. What are we going to do with that?
Yeah, I hear you. So JP, and before
we're going to bring in Teddy Bridgewater to throw to his old partner out in Louisville.
Hey, before we
and it's going to be immediate failure.
Hey, so y'all make sure you come in on Tuesdays for Tunk 7 and TMI Tuesdays. Color commentary is usually there with him. He was there tonight at 9 p.m. Directly after that, you get Mike on the mic with open mic and drop the mic. Saturdays is lit. It's a more of a professional show. It's where I bring all of my content, everything that caught my eye for the week. I'll bring it to you there. Open mic is what we're doing right now. After that, you've got color commentary on Thursdays, and he is. Guys, I love Color. He's gonna say some things that are gonna piss people off. Then he's gonna say some things that make people love him more. So that's just who he is. And as always, you can find Color El Capitan on here at the Fins tailgate, the tailgate party that never stops. Remember, if you feel the desire to want to help us out, if you just want to give us, just say thanks for the content we're bringing y'all, the Cash App, Venmo down there in the corner. But JP, I'm going to get your answer on the question of where does Armstead rank on your hierarchy of free agent gets that Miami has gotten?
I have my trepidations, although I got to admit some stuff that's been said in here, namely by Trouble P, he brought up some great points. Playing on grass, playing outside, off the artificial turf might make it easy. Somebody else brought up that he's played a lot more games, meets the eye over recent years. They've made some good free agent signings that excited me more. Keith Byers back in the day, Keith Jackson getting Ricky Williams. And that's mainly because of the concerns about the injuries. You can't deny it, though. Elite left tackle, elite blindside protector, even though Tua's southpaw, so right tackles it. But, I'm stoked. I'm stoked at this contract. Here's something to put into perspective. We haven't had that elite offensive lineman since Laramie Tunsil was traded. Now this comes full circle because you look at that trade. As a byproduct of that trade, they wound up getting Waddell, they wound up getting Holland, and they also wound up getting San Francisco's first rounder next year. And now they're getting a huge upgrade from Tunsil at $6-7 million per year less than what the Texans are playing Tunzel. So this is all. So I mean, when you put this all into perspective, this actually might be the most excited I've actually been for a free agent signing. All that's put into perspective. So
I love that. Miss Fins, you go ahead. Oh, go ahead, JP. Finish up.
Oh, go ahead. I didn't mean to I don't mean to hog the microphone real quick. I'll just say that
You're
this
good.
is,
Miss Fins.
I'm good.
My turn. Okay.
Yeah, Miss Fins. Where does he rank on free agent gets?
Well, I'm not gonna go all time because I think that there were a lot of excitable players beforehand, and it's a different era altogether. So I'm just gonna focus this year. Do I think this year he's the biggest signing? Absolutely. What I think this signing puts over the top is what I said earlier. It's the contract that puts it over the top. Because for me, looking at all the free agents, my biggest concern will always be availability. And the reason being is you cannot be consistent if you don't have somebody there. And to me, consistency is paramount. So that was my biggest concern with him, his consistency. The fact that we kind of gave ourselves a little insurance with the contract and we didn't tie ourselves down in a long-term, super huge, super max deal. That's where I feel like right now is, let's say we were drafting him and he was a draft E. I feel like we got a really good player that we didn't overreach. And that's the way that I see it. You know what I mean? We didn't. So that's how I see it. To me, definitely the biggest signing so far this offseason. And the contract to me is the best contract period that we have, especially since.
You think it's better than Ogba?
This is the thing. With Ogba, there's a little difference. With Ogba, I don't have the issue of his health. You know what I mean? So to me, Ogba earned every dollar plus then some. You know what I mean?
So wouldn't he be the better value then?
No.
I'm just being devil's advocate to your question.
I know you are. No, because again, we kind of given ourselves that way out by making it a 3-year contract with Terron, where we can void out the last 2 years. And 2, we didn't overpay because we all agree here, at least I feel like we all do. We were thinking they were going to give him 20, 21, 22.
Oh, I thought it was 22, 23. I heard that respectively, and I was like, what?
Exactly. So getting him for a really great rate, and on top of that, we can go ahead and void those years. To me, it gives continuity to the team, which is a piece that we're going to have a little longer than most, and that excites me. So that's why I put him above even Hopkins.
Cool. So, okay, and this is a question stack. So, same question to you, Alex. Where's he rank as far as free agents that they've gotten as far as the past or just this year? And the second question is, I got some pushback from somebody that 5 years was too much. Do you agree with that? And answer the first question too.
Well, here's the thing. To answer that first question on there,
free agent.
I think that Terron Armstead, ranked as high as Brandon Marshall, Ricky Williams. When we got him, it's just as high up there. Because there's a couple things that is the reason why I think this is a great signing. Number one, the offensive line is young, so he easily fits in and easily can teach these young kids, in the trenches. Because these young kids struggled last year, so he can easily fit in there as a captain and as a veteran, teach these kids the ropes, and he instantly makes the offensive line better. Just by upgrading that one position and bringing them in. He could Connor Williams clean off of him, Eichenberg, Austin Jackson. All those guys.
Yeah.
Are going to be much better with him in there. This is what I kept saying. You give two of the line, you give two of the tools. This kid's going to succeed. There's no question about it. And I think 5 years is not way too much because, like Mick Finn said, you can easily void the last 2 years, of that 5-year contract. And because Greer's had a history of putting together good contracts where it doesn't hurt us at the end.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people forget that. That we could after this year we could get out of the Byron Jones contract if we wanted to, and not have that much of a cap hit.
Yeah.
You know, so you know a lot of.
Hey, if we lose Byron Jones, does this defense suffer, Alex?
No, I don't think so. No, not as bad. Just like I don't think if X is gone, this defense doesn't suffer.
Unless you trust Noah to step up.
Because that's the thing. Because Noah.
I was gonna say it depends on the piece you replace him with.
Noah's got to see the field this year, because every time that he has been put on the field, he's covered the team's best receivers. When Byron Jones went out in the Buffalo game, look who Noah was on.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs is going to eat you alive, especially a rookie corner. And then look who Noah was on in Jacksonville. Marvin Jones. Marvin Jones 6'5", 6'4".
Look who didn't
over a 5'10" corner. He's their number one receiver. He hasn't played enough to be considered a bust.
Hey, there's my next question. I'm gonna ask caller first. Cole Beasley, yes or no?
For cheap.
Okay. Miss Vince.
But I love him.
Miss Vince? Yes or no? Cole Beasley.
Oh, do we want him or not? Is what
Yeah.
you're saying? I think it would be a great weapon. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to a playmaker, so I'll say yes.
Crypto.
But I think it will be doubling up because I feel like Waddle is kind of the same type of player. So do we need him? No. But if we take him, I'm not gonna be upset.
Yeah, I wanted to add also, Mike, that it'd be nice to have that caliber of a player at every position. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Yeah, I like that. Crypto, yes or no? Cole Beasley.
Well, yes, for specific reasons, because it's going to give you a skill set that can still flourish in any system and any offense. So yeah, if he's being utilized all over the field as a Z receiver, then yes, I would say yes.
Cool.
In that sense.
Tony, yes or no to Cole Beasley?
For the right price.
No.
Yeah,
I feel we have enough possession receivers. Gesicki, I think Lynn Bowden can contribute. Okay. And I think they're going to use Devontae Parker in the slot more.
Oh, I do like his ability to take that ball in the intermediate.
First of all, he's a lot more reliable, a lot more productive than Devontae Parker. He's like years ahead of him. Anyways,
all right.
Hey, on that question, on that
nonsense.
note, Tony, real quick, I have a question for you. Do you think that what about in the from the respect of replacing somebody on our squad? Do you think there's anybody on our squad that Cole Beasley would be an upgrade to?
I just named it, Cutler.
Well, besides Devontae, I mean,
Tony,
it's kind of a different skill set.
Is Cole Beasley an upgrade to Devontae?
Kind of a different.
Well, Devontae has
altogether.
regressed so much that his skill set overlaps anybody's.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I want Devontae Parker traded, even if it's for a 6th round pick. He's making about 9-10 million. I know he's not making that much, but he's never healthy, even if he's in the games. Okay, he's just not healthy.
Sounds like there's a beer for you up in Maryland if you're ever up there.
Hey, Trouble. Cole Beasley, yes or no?
Yeah, it is. It's waiting for him, Cutler.
Well, I think he's more of a known commodity and a sure thing than a Lynn Bowden, who we project to assume a role like that as a Z receiver, as Crypto said. But he's a little bit long in the tooth. And again, our wide receiver room is kind of packed right now. I don't know. It depends on the price. If he wants to come in and be a depth guy, yeah.
Yeah. JP, yes or no, Cole Beasley?
I'm going to repeat what Collar and several others here have said. If the price is right, 1-year deal, what the hell?
Yeah.
Cool. Alexander.
I mean, Cole Beasley is an upgrade over Devontae Parker. Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't take him. I wouldn't take him. Oh, and I want to go back. And I want to go back to this narrative at the beginning of the thing.
Dude, I'm so thankful somebody else took the reins, and I'm not just making shit up to ask you. Go ahead, Alex.
So, a lot of this whole thing with the interview with the whole thinking that he's going to be a starter and this and that, da, 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 da. You know, that's
You can say his name, Alex. It's Teddy Bridgewater.
No, Teddy Bridgewater. I said Teddy Bridgewater. Okay, color. it's the two. You see, it's the two haters that are creating this narrative that there's a quarterback controversy when it's really not.
Well, that's what I was asking. That's Alexander.
haters.
That's actually what I was asking earlier. I didn't realize there was you know what I mean? Like it wasn't really. I didn't see anything. Like even if the two haters are out there creating that narrative, I didn't see anything in the interview that would make me latch on and believe that narrative. You know what I mean?
Because it's the media, and it's also, like I said, the media and the two haters that's spewing everything up. You know, they're creating that narrative, and therefore they won't let that narrative go, because in their minds they think Teddy Bridgewater is going to be a better quarterback than Tua.
I mean, I believe he'll compete for other reasons, but not because of what he said. Is what I'm saying. Like nothing he said should be an indicator of it, in my opinion.
I understand that completely. Don't get me wrong, I do. You know, but he's better. He's a better role as a backup, and he needs to stay at that role as a backup. Okay, and I am a Teddy Bridgewater fan, like I told you, but he's better suited as a backup. He's not starting.
You know,
Wait,
Alexander, you always have me until you just get right up on that edge and jump right off, man. You know what I mean?
Alex, you talking about Tua?
I'm sorry.
Were you talking about Tua being the backup?
I know.
I was talking about,
whoever it is, Miss Fins, they need to be. That's their place. They better sit down and shut up. Whoever it is.
I was saying that it's the Tua haters that are creating this narrative of a quarterback controversy when there really is not a quarterback controversy going to camp. Tua is a starter, and he will always be the starter. I'm sorry. Hold on, Joe, and I promise you can answer that. Ask me that question. Give me like 2 minutes, 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. That's it. And to answer Miss Fins, and Miss Fins, I was saying that also Teddy Bridgewater needs to stay at backup because that's what he is, a good backup. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Oh, I see what you mean. So, well, this is the thing, though, Alex. You have to also understand, nobody has a guaranteed job. Nobody. But
trust me,
that's not true, Miss Fins. Tua just got a guaranteed job.
But this is the thing with Tua's situation is he has to keep his job because right now they're giving him everything that he needs, that he wants, so that we're able to go ahead and say, look, I gave you everything. But if Tua loses his job for whatever reason, that's 100% of him. Whatever happens to Tua's career.
In the last 2 years, he's done a great job with what he has around him.
Oh, Alexander ain't never getting. Oh, Alex ain't never getting a Bridgewater interview. That's for sure.
Don't get me wrong. He's done an excellent job with what he has around him.
Alex,
just
to
clarify.
Alex, just to clarify, so it is impossible for anyone to rate Teddy better than Tua. That's what you're saying.
It's not in his career. His career hasn't shown me anything.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to be clear.
Well, if everybody's satisfied with the playoffs, then Teddy Bridgewater has already been there.
But he's been to one playoff.
Yeah, but you're satisfied with one playoff.
More than two of them.
And
one is better than zero.
But you see, here's the thing. Teddy Bridgewater's been in the league for what?
I'm actually with you on that, Alex, but that hasn't been your position.
8 years he's been in the playoffs, right?
Teddy Bridgewater was a Pro Bowler at one point in his career.
8 years, right? 8 years, right? He's been in the league for 8 years, right?
Roughly, yeah.
7, 8 years. So he's made the playoff once. So that's one less than Tua. So if Tua gets in, then that means...
How many Pro Bowls has Tua been to?
Teddy Bridgewater has one.
Teddy Bridgewater has none.
No, Teddy Bridgewater was a Pro Bowler in 2015, bro. Before he wrecked his knee, he was on his way to a Pro Bowl career. I mean, we can't deny that.
Let's take a look here.
We can't deny that. Teddy Bridgewater was a Pro Bowler in 2015.
Yeah, and the year before that was when they dinked the kick off the field, off the upright to lose the championship game, right?
Alex, I'm afraid for you, buddy. What if Tua loses his position next year? Are you gonna do something to the stadium? Are we in danger if Tua loses his job? I mean,
bro,
coming off like a psycho, dude.
Bro, I spent over $6,000 on season tickets for the Dolphins.
Right, I know. So
Hey, can I ask a question? Can I ask a question to the panel? And yeah, Trouble, this is basically what bouncing off of what you just said. But I want to ask a question to the panel, and whoever wants to start, jump in, but just don't talk over everybody. First one to say a word, just let them go. What happens if Tua doesn't show out this year? What happens?
Can I go?
Then they move on.
Miss Fins, you're first.
He
Yeah,
gets
Miss
an
Fins.
additional 2.5 years.
Hang on, Crypto. Let Miss Fins go.
Thank you. If Tua does not show out what he needs to show, then exactly what will happen is he's gonna get traded. Period. He's gonna get traded, and
Why
it's
do you
gonna be
think?
100% on him.
I'm not convinced.
What do you think his value is in the trade market? Is it worth giving up that rookie contract?
If he no. Well, because he will be in his rookie contract, you can maybe get a second, maybe. If his numbers do not show that he's A, progressing, and B, he can take a hold of the offense and actually show that he could be the starting quarterback, then yeah, I would say if you're lucky, a second, maybe a third or 2 thirds, maybe, but a second would be the highest I see for to trade him.
Who wants to bounce off of that?
I'll bounce off. I'll bounce off of this. Here's the thing. First of all, and I'm gonna answer your question, Mike. Color, you said that 3,000 yards is not enough in this league, right? 3,000 passing yards is not enough.
Yeah, I think I remember saying something like that.
3,000 or 4,000.
Teddy Bridgewater's career high is 3,700 yards.
I'm sorry.
Just what?
Bridgewater's career passing yards, career high.
Yeah, he had like 3
yards.
years where he didn't put together a full season because of injury.
He had 2,900 in his first year, 3,200 in his second year.
Okay.
So another 4,000 yard season.
But here's
3,200 is enough.
To answer your question, Mike, if he doesn't,
wait, I want to answer. No, wait, you can't just drop bombs like that and walk away.
Okay.
Come on.
Go ahead. I apologize.
Let me ask you this. You said that you said 3,000 was enough, right? Well, then you just pointed out a year where he had 3,200. But I just want to point out that everybody is keen to point out that Tua didn't have a full season this year, right? So I went ahead and did the math. And if you were to project out what Tua was on pace for over a 17-game season, he would have thrown for like 3,800 yards this year.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's right at the threshold.
Right. Now, do you think that would have possibly given us a couple more wins and been in the playoffs?
Well, consider what he had around him.
Okay. Yeah. Are you satisfied by that?
I think I stand by what I said. I think Tua's
done an excellent job. Just answer the question real quick. Just follow me for a second.
Hey, hang on. I got to
satisfied by that?
I got to interrupt. Before you go get wings, before you order your wings, make sure you go to fanatics.com. We partnered with them, and you can go to the link in the description, and you get it gives us kudos for sending you there. You get all your sports apparel there. You get your sweatshirts, your hats, your hoodies, whatever you want. And it's great because it's NHL, MLB, NBA, soccer. You could do NASCAR. It don't matter. It's got everything you need. All the sports apparel you can find at fanatics.com. Thanks, Jay, for reminding me. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you would have been satisfied with that, but just a minute ago, you said that when I told you Teddy Bridgewater's already been to the playoffs, you said that was only one playoff game. That's not satisfactory.
The touchdown to interception ratio is not eye popping for me.
Well, touchdown
Tua would have been over 20 touchdowns.
Okay.
Tua would have
so
been
over 20 touchdowns is good?
I think
right. And this is why I told you from the beginning that we could debate this all night long.
So
but don't think that Teddy Bridgewater couldn't be better. Is what I'm saying.
If I told you that Teddy Bridgewater if I told you that Tua put up almost 3,800 yards and 20 combined touchdowns, would you say that's satisfactory? If I told you he put up almost 4,000 yards and 20 combined touchdowns, would you say that's satisfactory?
Well, where has he done that?
I need 30.
I just give me a yes or no to that question. Would I tell you that's would I
say there is no right answer to that because he has.
If I said that Tua did that, would you say that's satisfactory?
Yes or no, Alex?
Yes or no? No superlatives and
If
sidebar.
Tua did that, yeah, I would be
Okay,
happy about that.
Teddy Bridgewater did that with Carolina last year.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that narrative. Okay. With
No
Carolina,
narrative.
So,
You're saying that Teddy
so
Bridgewater sucks.
touchdowns.
Alexander, before we get too deep into that, because I don't,
15 touchdowns.
there is a point that we're both trying to make, that we're trying to illustrate.
That's eye-popping
The
stats.
point is that you come in blazing, saying these definitive statements about who is better than who, and who is the starter and who is the backup, when all you've demonstrated is that Tua is equally just a backup like Teddy. That's all you've demonstrated.
No, he's not.
I'm just saying that's all you've demonstrated. I'm not saying that's true. I'm saying that's all you've demonstrated.
So you come to that with that bullshit narrative, Color.
That's not a bullshit narrative. You're the one that's making the narrative.
Out of all
it's literally your narrative.
Okay, so let me ask you this question.
Just steal, man, your narrative.
Hang on, Alex.
You
Let
agree?
JP clear it up.
Let
JP clear it up, Alex. Let JP spin it.
Teddy
JP
has started multiple full seasons. Tua has not done it in 2 years.
JP,
so how can
he's
you
been
say?
injured?
So how can
hang
you
on, Color.
determine
Hang
that
on, Color.
Teddy's
Hang
a
on, Color.
backup
I need
and Tua's
JP.
not?
Hang on, Color. I need JP to save Alex.
That is
JP,
ridiculous.
somehow save Alex.
Oh, there's no saving this narrative. I'm just going to say this. The Cleveland Browns just had a quarterback with a pretty decent roster, but their quarterback just led them to their first playoff win since 1994, okay? And they're basically just moving on from him. At this point, they're going to be lucky to get a 7th-round pick for the guy, okay, because nobody wants Baker Mayfield. Do you think that the Miami Dolphins are going to give Tua a free pass if he doesn't take a step forward this year? Do you think they're going to give him 6-7 years like they did Ryan Tannehill when the Cleveland Browns, who are the human equivalents or the NFL equivalency? Just a minute.
Go ahead, JP.
Do you think that the Dolphins are going to give him 7 years if the Browns, who are the NFL equivalency of Charlie Brown, who have cycled through quarterback after quarterback and made 2 playoffs since returning to the league, just booted their quarterback that led them to a playoff win over the Steelers, no less, just kicked Baker Mayfield to the curb after 4, excuse me. Tua's not on he's not on the secure ground that we think, especially now that they just signed 2 really good offensive linemen, and they're surrounding him with the talent that they're saying that they didn't have. They just signed 2 good running backs. They just built up the offensive line. I mean, if it's forget the Teddy Bridgewater narrative.
One other thing, Alexander. I wasn't saying that Tua is a backup. I'm saying that if you're saying Teddy is, then you're also saying Tua is. I think they're both starters. You disagree.
Teddy won't be. Teddy's not a starter. If any,
there you go again. We just pointed out that he's actually accomplished more.
Alex,
so you're just simply saying that Tua is not a starter.
So Alex, the unofficial scorekeeper, which is myself, and I guess I'm the official scorekeeper since I'm on the stream. And this is no disrespect, but I'm going to drop you back and bring another new person on, and then I'm going to drop somebody want to volunteer, somebody else that wants to go back, so I can bring 2 new people on. I just need one other person to volunteer, or I can just pick. It's up to you.
And Mike, one more thing. I gotta go anyway. But Mike, one more thing before you drop me back here, and then I promise, I'll shut my mouth on this. All right, my thing is that my threshold for this, if Tua has they'll give Tua a 3rd year if he comes out with the stats of this 3,800, 39-55, 27 touchdowns, 10 picks. Then they'll give him another year. But even though they don't make the playoffs, if he finishes with those numbers, he'll have a 3rd year.
I like that, Alex. That's great on the way out, man. I appreciate that.
And real quick,
just so you know.
To be fair to Q, yeah, you're right, more years. That's called experience. Mm-hmm. That's just making my point more.
Mm-hmm. That's called showing promise.
You're telling me somebody in any profession with more experience ain't better than the new guy?
Crypto,
sure, there's times when the new guy is better.
Hang on,
okay,
Crypto.
Yeah, but generally speaking, rule of thumb, the guy with more experience is better.
Crypto, can I drop you back real quick?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'll bring you back on. I'm just gonna say hi to these people. I'm gonna start rotating people in.
Yeah, let me just say this real quick, Mike. And then I you can drop me too if you want to. But listen.
No, you're good. I just got 2 people in the back.
The way the best way to assess to assess the question that we've been debating over the last couple minutes is this: how fast does Tua get pulled if the Finns open up the season?
God, I was going to ask the same question, Kahari. Thank you.
Okay, so 0-4 with Greer's job on the line and McDaniel, the first-year coach.
How quick is McDaniel's trigger?
So okay, so perfect. Trouble. I'm gonna ask that question to all the new people.
Trigger,
I'm gonna let them speak first. Thomas, I'm gonna talk to you first. Then I'm gonna talk to Greg and then Ian. But Thomas first. How's life, man? Are you doing all right? Anything cool to talk about lately?
Everything's fine, man. Thanks for having me on the panel tonight.
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna talk to Greg and Ian, and you're gonna be the first person to answer the question, Thomas. But Greg, how's life, man? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good, man. We just got the best offensive lineman on the board.
Hey, I like it. I like the energy. I like the attitude. Ian Baller, how's the life, man? How you doing?
You're muted. Great, though. I just came back from the bar. I'm doing good. You know.
Hey, that works. All right, Thomas.
Answer that question. Good too. Thanks. You didn't say me.
Oh, hey, yeah, MC. Damn, I forgot you there, bro. I'm just so used to talking to you. What up, MC? How's life, bro?
Wow.
You got any new songs?
Huh?
Got any new songs?
Couple.
Yeah?
They're in the chat, not in the chat.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome, bro. Well, we'll get back to you in a second. What do you think about Armstead, though?
Me?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it a lot. I'm glad.
Awesome. All right, so
we got more support for Tua.
All right, so Trouble. Ask your question to Tom.
Real quick, Mike. To Aqua's point, that's a fair point. Except the only difference between that and Tua is we're bringing the 4 different companies to him. That's the only difference.
So I'll ask you.
We've already changed out companies with Tua once. We'll see what happens.
All right, no, go ahead, Trouble. Ask your question to Thomas. I want you to ask it. What you said just a minute ago.
Yeah, Thomas. Okay. The question was, where do you think the bench trigger is if the Finns start off 0-3, 0-4? Does that put immediate pressure on McDaniel to pull Tua and replace him with Teddy? Because again, I think we're in the context of Greer's job being on the line. We have to win. We have to make the playoffs this year. And McDaniel being an untested first-year coach who's coming in on a bit of a gamble in a sense, in that he's jumped up a couple levels to the job of head coach. He's going to want to win. He's going to want to put some W's in the record book. Where do we draw the line on Tua if he fails?
How quick does he pull the trigger, Thomas?
What week is he replaces what?
Yeah. How long does he have if they start out 1-3, 2-5? How long does he have before they gets pulled?
I believe by week 3. And the reason I say that is most likely if he's 0-3, he's already hurt. And Teddy's in there.
There's no way we can survive another 1-4 start.
Let Thomas finish. Go ahead, Thomas.
Listen, this is what's going to happen. Teddy's going to come in. He's going to hook up with his college teammate. And I wish Crypto was in here to hear this. And DVP is going to be an all-pro going to the Pro Bowl, and we're going to re-sign him for a 3-year extension. Market.
And he'll retire at
market.
All right, Greg.
He'll go into the Dolphin Ring of Honor.
Greg, Thomas said week 3. How long does Tua have to prove that he's the guy this year?
I'm giving him 4 to 5 weeks.
Okay. And what's the record need to be? So are you cool with 3-2 or 2-3? Or if he's 1-4, or God forbid we're 0-5. But if he gets 2 or more wins, do you still have that same?
If he has 2 wins, if we're 2-3, I'll give him the week 6. But anything below 500, I think, unless it's 2 wins. If it's 2 wins, I give him another week in there. But if anything, like if it's 1 or 0 wins, he's got to hit the bench.
Ian,
I'm not going to give him a week. I'm going to give him a step. Mike McDaniel is going to determine when he starts and when he doesn't. So, okay. For example, if Tua struggles and Mike McDaniel says, hey, I can't win with Tua, I trust Mike McDaniel. I've been on the Mike McDaniel bandwagon before even Reason was on it. So if Mike McDaniel says that, hey, Teddy Bridgewater is the guy, I trust him. So it's all depends on Mike McDaniel's vision.
Okay, I like that. MC, how long does Tua have before he gets yanked if he struggles?
Ooh. If he struggles,
yeah, if he struggles, how long does he have?
Probably the end of the season.
You think they're going to ride with them all year? It doesn't matter.
Well,
because the question is, if he struggles through 5 weeks and he doesn't move the offense and it doesn't quite work, is Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer going to put the pressure on Mike McDaniel, since Chris Greer's job is on the line, to yank Tua and put Teddy in to see if it could be any better?
Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, I think that will happen. I don't think that's. I think, I'm not saying Tua near at all, but I think Tua is going to make it out. I think I believe it. If he gets hurt one more time, he's basically done. So I think this is either do or die for Tua. So I think he got it.
Cool. Awesome. And in Samoan Warrior, before I get to the next person, says, why pull him, let it play out the whole season? If he can't come back, if struggling, then move him. So I'm going to go to Miss Fins. How long does he have?
Mike, this is a phenomenal question. Trouble, thank you so much for asking. So this is a twofer. And let me explain real quick if you give me a second, Mike. I actually think I'm with MCJB. I think if they want to prove a point, they'll give him the entire year, no matter what the record is, to prove that he's not the guy or that he is the guy. Either way, even if they fail, the only way that I see that that they don't and they pull him is if McDaniels truly feels he only has 1 year in this team to be able to go ahead and make it. If he feels like his job is literally threatened, like he won't get another year, then he'll pull him, in my opinion.
Okay, but Miss Fins, I want to take that deeper. Because this goes up to the front office, and let me take you a little bit deeper on that question. Is Chris Greer? This has to work, because if it doesn't, he's the last scapegoat that Stephen Ross has. So I think I do think this is Chris Greer's last year if we don't make the playoffs. So is Chris Greer not going to put pressure on McDaniel? Do you think he can withstand that pressure and feel that his job is safe no matter what, and it doesn't matter what the GM is saying, I'm going to play my guy?
I think that Greer is not getting fired this year, regardless of the season. And the reason why I say that is he had a phenomenal draft last year. And on top of that, even though he hasn't really made big splashes, the way that he has constructed contracts show that he can at least manage that, which is what the general purpose of a GM is. So I think Greer is actually safe. But do I think he could get fired? Obviously, everybody could get fired, but I think he's safe this year. So it really is up to McDaniel. If Daniel feels like he's gonna be one and done, like 1 year, and that's it, like this is my one shot. If not, I'm getting fired. Then McDaniel's gonna be the one putting the pressure. I don't think it's gonna be Greer.
Okay, Green Rat. How long does he? Go ahead, Green Rat. How long does he have?
Till 2023.
Okay, Kohler.
I can't see us going beyond 1 and 4.
Okay. So what if he goes 2 and 3?
Depends on how he's playing.
Okay. What if he's 2 and 3, but he has
the same gameplay, the same level of play we've been witnessing for 2 years? Yeah.
No. Let me give you some stats. Let me give you a hypothetical. What if he has 1,300 yards with 8 touchdowns and 3 interceptions through 5 games?
And he plays.
Do you let him keep going, Kohler? And we're 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay. He plays with those numbers. Can I respond to Ms. Fins, though?
Yeah, go ahead, Trouble.
All right. Yeah, Ms. Fins. I agree with your assessment of Greer's draft ability and the way he's negotiated this year's free agency and even free agent deals in the past, right? He's a slick negotiator. He gets good value on the moves that he makes. But one glaring deficiency on his resume has to be the quarterback position, which is the most important position. Can Greer survive to a failing?
Yes, and let me tell you why.
I don't
Because
think so. But go ahead.
hold on. Let me respond because you just asked.
Absolutely.
The reason why I say yes is because not every let's be honest. Out of 32 teams, how many GMs actually get the quarterback right? Very few. So in reality, he's pretty much average when it comes to that part. So to me, it's not really, and if you look at it too, he's already put out other scapegoats, the coaches, the players, you know what I mean? Like, so for me, he's already putting that stopgap where it's not gonna touch him essentially.
I hear you, Miss Vince, but in this case, it appears that the decision on Tua is at the root of the chaos that's gripped this organization. I mean, you've had a head coach fired, you've got all this extra commitment this year. If it doesn't work, this can't look good for Greer going forward.
No, but wait, real quick, Mike, real quick. The reason why is because I don't think Greer is the one that picked Tua. I truly believe it was a Ross decision because Ross saw the hype, saw the wave, and he wanted to sell some jerseys because he's all about the money. So he just went ahead and just went to a train. So that's why, if anything, it's not really gonna be on Greer.
So your answer to my next question already happened. I'm gonna let MC answer this question first. Is Greer's job safe regardless of how Tua performs or the team performs? Really, it's not even about Tua. Is Greer's job safe if this team doesn't make the playoffs? MC.
One more time. I'm sorry.
Is Greer's job safe if this team does not make the playoffs?
Wait, what? Depending on the record, though, like if he's close, like what if he's close, like last year? If he's close, if he's close like last year, I don't think. If he makes the playoffs, it's safe. But
cool.
if it's like repeatedly, we go like 9-8, 10 whatever, and we are that close to making the playoffs again for the third year in a row would be no.
Cool. EM
gotta happen.
EM, you up?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I put my hands up just to say that Miss Finns that it depends on how McDaniel plays. Like if Tua shows some promise and some upside, but we barely playoffs, I feel like Greer should stay, especially if our draft looks good. But if our draft doesn't look good, then Greer should definitely be gone. So it all depends on the draft if Greer should be gone or not. If Greer, really struggles in the draft, then Greer should be gone and McDaniel should stay. Obviously, McDaniel should stay regardless. But that's my take on it.
JP, do you think Greer's job is safe regardless of the outcome of this season?
Nope. I think Greer got a stay of execution when they fired Flores. I think there was a power struggle between the two. I think the Dolphins have to make the playoffs this year, and I think a lot of it, hinges on the success of the season. And I think going out and getting Armstead and fixing that offensive line helped him, but no, I don't think he's safe by any means.
Green Rat.
Well, real quick, Mike, that's why I think that 1-4 is not sustainable, because we have been sold the idea that it was only a coaching problem.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Coaching.
Agreed.
Hey, can I add something to that before?
Yeah, go ahead, MC, and then it's Green Rat.
Don't we have one of the hardest schedules this year?
It's definitely not easy.
But it's not hard?
No, it's hard.
Dude,
any schedule in the AFC is hard now. There's 8 Pro Bowl quarterbacks.
Besides the the Jets. Like, think about it. Like, we got Green Bay, do we have to play Cincinnati?
I don't know if we do or not.
We got to play Baltimore again. Like, I don't think. I don't know.
Yeah, I got you. Green Rat.
I have stuff all over my.
You're good. Green Rat, do you think Greer's job is safe this year?
Yeah, I think it is, because he's still part of the 5-year plan since they tore it down. So.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
This will be year 4 then?
Yep. Thomas,
I think he'll get to 5.
Thomas, you think his job is safe?
As long as Ross is still here, because he's got secrets.
That's very clever. Very great perspective. Greg, is Greer's job safe?
Good point.
Yes, Greer's job is safe because I believe at the end of the year when Greer and Ross have their end of the year meeting, Greer's going to be like, Mr. Ross, I got all these picks. I'm going to go get two in a pan out. I'm going to go get you your franchise quarterback, whether that's drafting somebody new again or trading for someone whoever's left for trade.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to hang on. MC, hang on. What'd you say?
I'll time out. Y'all have a good night.
All right, later, MC. So I'm going to drop some people out, and this is no disrespect. Y'all want to hang around, I will rotate people in, but I'm going to bring Drubitron in, and then I'm going to bring Crypto back in. And first thing I'm bringing Crypto in to do is to respond to the DVP being a Pro Bowler this year. I'm going to drop JP. I love you, so I'm going to drop you back, and then I'm going to bring Drubitron and Crypto on. Crypto, is DVP going to be a Pro Bowler?
I tell you, if DVP is on this 53-man roster, we won't win no more than 3 games.
Come on, Crypto.
Oh, come on.
Mike, didn't you see the name behind mine?
Yeah, DVP, I saw it.
You could throw up the thumbnail too. I mean, that's pretty
It's a lot
good,
easier
too,
to
if you
bench a
haven't
wide
looked at it.
receiver than a quarterback, Crypto.
I love your troll job doing that.
Crypto, stop hating on the guy.
I
When
do
he's
it
healthy,
just for
he's one
Crypto.
of the better wide receivers,
Listen,
dude.
Thomas,
apparently
go
they
ahead,
having a hard time benching him. He's still on the roster.
Go ahead, Thomas. What do you want to say, bro?
No, I'm saying stop hating on my man. Every time he's in there and he's healthy, he's a beast. You know it.
Yeah, keep on. That's delusional.
Drubitron, hey, you streaming on Twitch, man. Tell people where they can find you.
What's up, boys? Yeah, I'm over here on Twitch right now. We were talking while Twitch at Drubitron, twitch.tv/Drubitron. Yeah, I appreciate it. I figured I'm over here and I saw you guys over. I'm like, let me go hang out with my boys over here.
And
Yeah, everybody go over there and follow him too, because I tried to go give him some bits because I got some like leftover bits hanging around on my Twitch account. And I go over there try to get him bits, and I can't even give him bits because he doesn't have enough followers. So like,
I'm almost there. I got to get to 50. So I'd appreciate it if you want to come by.
Drub, I'll check you out, man. But I don't even know how this Twitch thing works, man. Call me an old fogey, but
hey, so
it's a little bit like YouTube, but it's geared more towards just like people streaming for a long time, and you just kind of sitting there hanging with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I don't want to make this a Drubitron stream. I came here to talk to you guys because I appreciate all the time.
Yeah. So okay, before we get in, because I'm gonna ask you, Drubitron, I'm gonna ask you some of the same questions I've asked, and just kind of give you a big ass question sandwich to answer. But EM, go ahead.
Give
and
it to me.
final thoughts, Bubba.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna give my final thoughts before I head out. I feel like Greer kept his job because how great this draft was. Like, y'all can agree how great this draft was. So he kept his job for the meantime. Obviously, has more has more job security, I'll say, than Greer. So if the Dolphins struggle early, Greer will lose his job. Obviously, it doesn't matter what Ross thinks. If Greer struggles early, if the Dolphins struggle early and Greer is responsible and the draft doesn't go as well as we think, then Greer will be fired easily. So that's my final thoughts. And McDaniel is the dude.
Yeah, appreciate you coming in, man. I always love you being here, EM. And I'm gonna bring JP back on, so we got another full panel. I still got 2 spots open in the back. Anybody wants to jump on? But remember, guys, I'm gonna do a question sandwich for Drubitron, and then I'm gonna get to probably one more question for the panel. And however long this takes, we're gonna roll it out with as long as it takes. But remember, Tuesdays, TMI with Tonk 7 and color commentary. And then on directly after that, you got open mic. And then Mike drop the mic on Saturdays at 10 p.m., color commentary on Thursdays. And as always, you can catch El Capitan with the Fins Tailgate. It is the tailgate party that never stops. And if you ever feel the need to, well, if the color commentary ever goes away, but he never does. But then tailgate party that never stops. If you want to donate to us, Cash App, Venmo's down in the corner. Thank you for being here. Appreciate everybody in the comments. It is getting to where I can't really keep up with them. them. It's just awesome. We're almost to 1,000. We're at 92 people watching right now. I bet we don't have 92 likes, so please smash that like button. And remember, you can get jerseys, apparel, everything you want by going to fanatics.com, our partner. The link is in the description. Go over there, grab whatever you want for whatever team, whatever sport. They've got it all, and we appreciate you going there through our link. It means a lot to us. I appreciate it, guys. So Drubitron, a couple questions. I think Drubitron left. His device is not connected, so I don't even get to do my question sandwich. So I have a question from Douglas Anderson, and I want to finish with this, and your answer can be as broad as you want, and it doesn't have to be specific. It can be a combo answer. We can call this the combo platter. So give me your favorite tailgate food and then an answer to this question. So Douglas Anderson asks, they talking about Jimmy G and Baker commanding a 3rd through 5th round draft pick. What would Tua command? I'm going to start with Kohler first. Go ahead and give me your favorite tailgate food and what do you think Tua's trade value is right now?
I don't know, like hot dogs, I guess.
Okay, that's simple enough.
and you know,
you need onions, mustard, ketchup, relish. I mean, get creative.
No, I'm kind of a plain Jane guy, like mustard and ketchup. That's pretty much it. But maybe some chili dog, something like that.
Chili cheese.
But to Douglas's question, I think that's the whole kind of tricky question because we actually don't lose very much if, like a trade happened after June 1st. And given what's been put out there, his support, the fact that probably half the league still thinks the way half our fan base does about him, his trade value is probably the best now. Supposing, if you're talking about a case where he didn't shell out, then his trade value is probably at its highest now and would command a 1st round.
Okay.
So that's why we have to be careful. And that's why around here we kind of make oddball predictions like trades that nobody sees coming, because Greer and Ross are going to want to get every bit of value they can out of Tua. And if there is something in the back of their mind that don't think he's going to get better, because obviously if he gets better, then either we keep him or his trade value goes up anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a tricky question because that's the very question they're trying to decide. Yep. Do we take the gamble? If we do, then we're talking about a 5th and 6th round pick. If not, I mean, let's be honest. There may be very few people left at all that believe in him at all.
Yeah, and this is not saying that Tua is not going to do well or
I'm just saying
trade or that they're going to move off on him. This is just a just in case problem. But so my question sandwich, Drubitron, the brioche bread, okay, butter bread. I love brioche.
I love me some brioche bread.
So the brioche bread is, what do you think about Terron Armstead on the hierarchy of free agent gets that we've gotten in your lifetime?
Like where does he stack up?
Yeah, against like the Brandon Marshalls, the Ricky Williams, the Keith Byers, the people like that. The guys we brought him in and you're like, oh man, that's a really good pickup. Where does he sit on that hierarchy?
So for me personally, maybe I'm a creature of the moment. Ask me in a year, but for me personally, he's number 1. He was the top rated free agent available by a lot of people. NFL.com had him rated number 1. I think ESPN had him rated number 2. It's like at worst, he's a top 5 left tackle in the league. So this easily it's at least number 1 in my book. Realistically, when have we ever landed a guy like this of this caliber for the money that we paid him, right? I mean, so if I'm taking into account not only who he is, his prestige, right? Yes, he misses games. Yes, he has injury problems. He plays on turf a lot. That's what a lot of people don't realize. He's a big boy that plays on turf. He's going to get hurt. But a player of this caliber and the deal that we got him for, man, it's got to be number one up there. We've hired some we've signed some more maybe higher profile players, right? Like you brought up.
Yeah.
But not were they
the value on this one is more to you because of the contract and everything.
Yeah, man. And I think it's also what he's going to bring to this team.
Yeah. Leadership.
The value he's going to add to this team, the leadership. Yeah. Not only he's going to make our other offensive linemen better.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, it's guaranteed. We forget how young this offensive line is. Not only this team in general. I haven't looked at it, and I don't know when we'll be able to really find out.
26 to 27.
The average age, even after Terron Armstead?
After that, it might go up to 28.
Really?
We don't have very many 30-year-olds on this team.
Yeah, I mean,
Landon Roberts,
such a young team.
Armstead, Jesse Davis. I'm trying to think of the 30-year-olds on this team. There ain't many. So my pastrami. With some Applewood smoked bacon, actually hickory smoked Applewood bacon.
Okay? You gonna put some avocado in there?
Oh, wait, hang on.
I'm sorry.
You're good because the best part of the sandwich is the cheese and the spread that goes on the bread, right?
Okay, the condiments.
So the pastrami with the bacon. Do you think this team is currently constructed, saying everything goes the way we hope? Does this team compete, or does it need another weapon?
In a vacuum, yes. When you look at the landscape of the AFC, it's rough out here in these streets. Okay, man, there's a lot of really good quarterbacks in this conference. And
ain't
Matt
a lot
Ryan,
of people serving media noches either. You know what I mean?
Matt Ryan just hopped over, and there's a lot of people poo-pooing on Matt Ryan. I'm saying this now. I said it on my stream. The Colts are going to be a playoff team with Matt Ryan. They're going to be dangerous. They're going to be a quiet team, but that's what the Colts were this past year, right? Everybody's like, "Oh wow, they're great. They got a great running back, right?" Yeah. Matt Ryan on that team. People don't think he's an upgrade over Wentz. Matt Ryan is a massive upgrade over Wentz. And I'm willing to stake my reputation on that. Wentz is a nobody compared to Matt Ryan, even a 30-something-year-old Matt Ryan, okay? The AFC is stacked with talent. I absolutely think we need to bring in another.
Still have Jonathan Taylor.
So you think another weapon is needed?
You need to bring in, we were talking earlier on my stream about some potential trades that have been rumored. We talked about a potential trade with the 49ers. And we talked about a potential trade with the Minnesota Vikings that's been rumored as well.
Yeah.
Either of those guys would be massive for this team and would absolutely, in my mind, put us over the edge as far as being competitive. Other than that, I don't think there's a very talented group of wide receivers in this draft. But when you're looking at guys like that, right, at where we're picking at 29 or maybe even the second, third round, are we really looking at guys that we're expecting to be instant impact guys like the Jalen Waddles, like the Jamar Chases? That's very unlikely. You're asking too much of a guy at pick 29 to come in and take over DVP spot. So that's why I think I'd rather trade that pick away and get a guy like Deebo Samuel, get a guy like Justin Jefferson. And now this offense, God will, I pray every day to God, please God, let Tua be the answer. Please God, please.
Hey, please. All right. So now
if that's the answer, then we're stacked and we're a competitive team. We can compete in the AFC as long as Tua obviously.
I'm predicting Adam Thielen is going to be here. I think that's who we're going after.
I like that.
That's why if it's not Justin Jefferson, it's Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
I would
I'd give up
Justin
2
Jefferson.
first-rounders for Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson had a man crush on him for a big
Ain't no way Vikings are giving up Justin Jefferson this early in his career. There's no way.
No way in hell.
I would give up the farm for him
guys,
right
I
would give up the next 3 first-round picks for Jefferson without thinking.
Guys, I'm hungry. I need my sandwich.
We ate your sandwich,
I gotta
Mike.
finish my sandwich. Color, don't make me mute you too, man. I got to finish this. Dribberson's hungry. I'm getting hungry. So this is the lettuce.
You can't mute me because I mute myself.
I'm going to do salt and pepper tomatoes, and I'm going to do some romaine lettuce. So no. I'm going to do some butter lettuce, and then I'm going to do a little bit of pepperoncinis. I'm going to do the avocado, and I'm going to stop there. And then, so with this part of the sandwich, do you think that Terron Armstead is aggressive enough, or do you want more?
Aggressive. Well,
like
no, I don't think
he was going to be aggressive. Is Armstead aggressive, or do you need to see more?
It's funny you said that because I don't think that this is aggressive. And this is why I think that Ross and Greer still have something up their sleeve, because if this is what they look, I'll tell you teams that have been aggressive. Jacksonville's been aggressive, right? Cleveland has been aggressive. We haven't been aggressive. Everybody expected us to get Terron Armstead, right?
Exactly.
Everybody expected us to get a couple running backs. Everybody expected us to get a second wide receiver, right? This is not unless Ross thinks this is aggressive, but we've seen this team be way more aggressive in free agency than this.
Yeah.
Right. These are great picks.
Yeah. Well, and I argue that
signings.
we've been bargain shopping with not bargain players, but bargain shopping as far as the contracts we brought on. We still haven't restructured. Yes. We still haven't released. I don't think we've been aggressive. I agree with you. So this is the smoked Gouda with an Italian aioli with a little bit of honey garlic in it. And that's going to be the spread. So this is what makes the sandwich. And then I'm going to get to the question of what Tua's trade value is. But so with that being said, I know you put your Tua hat on, and I know you're Tua right now because you don't want to get canceled.
I have to. So, we don't have anybody else.
So that leads to my question. Why did Teddy not just say I'm the backup? Why did he defer or deter that question twice?
I already tweeted about this. It's because he doesn't think he's the backup.
In your mind, is he better than Tua? Or does he give not better than Tua? That's the wrong question. Does he give the Dolphins a better chance to win than Tua does right now, currently constructed?
Today, I think Teddy gives us a better chance to win. Absolutely. And I think, and I've said this before, I said this as soon as we beat the Patriots the last week of the season. I said, if they don't keep Jacoby Brissett, I was absolutely okay with keeping Jacoby Brissett, by the way. And I'll tell you why. It's because Jacoby Brissett is not a threat to Tua. There are some people that say that, it's good. Tua should be looking over his shoulder because it's gonna force him to be better, and it's gonna be no. Quarterback is the most mentally draining position on the field by far. Okay, if there's nobody on the face of there's no elite quarterback in the league that's looking over their shoulder. Right? When has looking over your shoulder ever been a good idea? Mm-hmm. When has there ever been a quarterback controversy that has come with good results?
Totally disagree with that, because you're talking about in the offseason during training camp. They're not game planning nothing. It's about who's got the raw ability, who's got the better raw talent. You know what I mean? And so
why
it's not a matter of looking over his shoulder. Now, if you're going into week 1 with that question still in the air, then you're right. That's looking over. But no quarterback needs that. But if you're talking about during training camp, ain't no looking. If he's got worried about looking over his shoulder, he needs to throw the ball harder and deeper and more on target. You know what I mean?
Why? But okay. Here's the thing. We just passed on Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson. We passed on Deshaun Watson. Why? Why did we pass on him if we wanted to bring in a guy to compete? If we wanted to bring a guy to compete,
want to spend the money.
We passed on him because
spend the money.
We passed on him because Greer said he's a better quarterback than Watson. It's clear and obvious.
Why didn't
That's
we get,
his opinion.
We could have got. There's a lot of guys who we could have gotten that we. I think this is bringing Teddy.
You got to remember something. It wasn't our choice with Watson either.
Probably. I mean, we could have had him at the trade deadline. I wouldn't have wanted that, but that's a whole other story. But bringing in Teddy Bridgewater is going to be if there is any downfall of Tua, it will be Teddy Bridgewater, because I'm telling you, the minute Tua throws a pick, they're going to start chanting that man's name in the stands.
Nope. Tua is going to be the reason. If he goes down, it will be Tua's own fault.
Listen,
Now,
this is Ryan Tannehill and Matt Moore part 2. Realize, like, when Ryan Tannehill started to look a little crummy, they were screaming Matt Moore's names in the stands. This is gonna happen, and it doesn't matter. Like, it's not gonna take much, because fans are already at their wits' end with Tua.
You know, to be honest with you, Drew Bertrand, I don't know if it would be any different even if it was a quarterback that didn't challenge Tua.
No, because nobody was chanting Brissett's name.
Yeah, nobody was.
We all know Brissett's trash.
Yeah, but I'm talking about now.
Maybe Pete
the paradigm
was
is different now.
Even now, if Brissett was on this team, nobody's chanting Brissett's
Maybe not
name.
Brissett.
That's why I said. That's why I said go get Marcus
Brissett,
Mariota.
Maybe
that
not
guy's
Brissett,
trash.
but then who? But then who besides Brissett? Because anybody you bring in here would be the same thing.
Maybe, but not Teddy. Listen, I know
Then
why they
who?
brought Teddy Bridgewater in.
Then
They brought
who?
Teddy Bridgewater in because they
policy.
don't. They don't believe that Tua, or they're worried, they're concerned that Tua will get hurt again.
Well, if that's
which
the
is
case,
really
then,
concerning.
You may be right, but if that's the case, then I firmly believe he was instructed to say what he said and leave it. And
he should have lied. He should have lied.
The pressure is obviously on Tua. Tua has to perform.
So,
And
okay.
if he's not getting that message, he needs to get it now.
All right, guys. So this is my last question. I changing it up because this is gonna be a really good question. And before anybody answers, I'm gonna let Ian Baller. Nobody else interrupt. Ian Baller, what do you want to say to Drubitron before I go to this question?
If y'all can hear me, I need to go after Durbitron for that thing. I was trying to listen to y'all, but he just had to get me up here. So, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
I can hear you.
Okay. So, like I said, Mike McDaniel is the guy to determine who's the starting quarterback. Mike McDaniel, in his actual press conference, said he wants a good, capable backup. Teddy Bridgewater was the best backup, I feel like, in free agency. So that's why Chris Greer got him. Chris Greer, for all his faults, Chris Greer is a guy that will get his head coach the right guys for him. So he got Teddy Bridgewater to be a backup. Okay? So if Tua struggles and Mike McDaniel's like, I can't win with him, I trust Mike McDaniel. But if Mike McDaniel says I can win with Tua, I trust Mike McDaniel. That's pretty much what I have to say, unless Trevor Chun wants to counter that.
Can I bring one more point up?
I just want to supplement that.
Yes,
he's
Tom,
because what you're saying makes sense. That doesn't mean that Teddy thinks of himself as a backup. Teddy thinks of himself as a starter in waiting.
Yeah, right, Teddy Bridgewater says that he will.
Well, starting rating is the definition
I want
of a backup.
Yeah, but no, crypto.
I want a backup that will
true.
challenge Tua.
Yeah,
starter in waiting is more like, I'm only not the starter here because of this thing they got going on with Tua.
Thomas, go ahead and get your thoughts.
Which by definition makes him a backup.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Technically, objectively, yeah, you're right. I can't argue with that. I'm just saying, like, when you're talking about like the abstract idea of what a starter is, Teddy thinks of himself as a starter, so he's a starter in waiting. He's not going to say he's a backup.
Thomas, go ahead, Bubba.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I got on here late, but has anybody talked about this as far as Teddy and Tua go? You know that they're going to be in training camp, seeing who can fit it into these tight windows. And this is the question I have for the panel: is if Tua's struggling in training camp and throwing picks all over the place, and Teddy's fitting it in there, and the players see it, this could be Fitzpatrick all over again.
Okay, so Thomas, that brings me to my point.
fair
Okay, that's
too.
my question. I love you. Thank you for transitioning. All right, and I'm going to start with actually, I'm going to throw your question right back at you, Thomas. And after you answer the question, I'm going to drop you back. You can stay backstage. I'll usually hang out for about 10, 15 minutes backstage, talk to everybody that was on the show. Thomas, so this is going all the way back. So rewind with me to a report that came out by a certain reporter that said there was dissension in the locker room as far as belief in Tua. there's only been 1 or 2 guys that are on this team anymore. So if you believe that, then my question is this: when Teddy walked in, do you think that the guys that maybe don't believe in Tua are already on Teddy's side? Do you think it's going to cause more dissension in the locker room? Yes or no?
I believe this is the thing I believe is that you're already going to have a couple guys on his side. And then if he starts playing better than Tua in preseason, these players, it's all about winning games. It's not about a popularity contest. Okay. And I think more and more players are going to talk, and you're going to have a divided locker room.
So do you think that there's a better chance of this happening with him here now?
I don't know that because we'll have to see how this plays out in training camp. But, if it starts raining and Tua's over there throwing 5, 6, 7 interceptions and Teddy's balling out with his gloves on, that could become a problem.
Okay, Kohler. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate you. Hey, real quick, Thomas, do you have any kind of YouTube or Twitter or anything?
No, I'm old school. I don't do any of that.
Oh, well, then I appreciate you even more for being here, Bubba. I appreciate it.
Hey, let me ask one other question too, just before I get out, because I didn't get to talk about the Armstead situation.
Yeah, go ahead.
In my opinion, this is a big if he stays healthy. As far as a free agent coming in here that we didn't have to trade for, it's a slam dunk. He'll be the best free agent we ever signed.
Yeah, I love
if
it.
He stays healthy.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yep.
Sweet. Appreciate you, Thomas. I appreciate you as always. I'll get you on one next time and get you to talk a little bit more. I appreciate it. All right, Troopertron. Are we in trouble as far as a dissension in the locker room possibility situation that we're in?
Yeah, it's absolutely a possibility, and that's the point I was getting at. I forgot who it was that popped in here that was talking to me. He's trying to slander me. No, I'm joking.
He's gone.
No, he's cool. No, I agreed with everything he said. I do. What I was saying was I do believe that they brought him to be a backup. Absolutely. But I also do believe they said, hey, Tua's gotten hurt a couple times before. And, maybe there's a good chance you can be here. And they didn't pay Teddy Bridgewater. I'm sorry. They didn't pay him backup money. His deal, go look up
10 million.
That's not backup money, guys.
Nope. Chase Daniels, a career backup, never gotten that. Colt McCoy didn't get that.
That's not backup money.
$5 million up to $10 million.
So he got the Jay Cutler deal, huh?
The insurance package.
You can call it insurance, and I don't disagree with that. My problem is it's not going to take much for people to kind of get impatient with Tua. And my whole point going into this season was I want to know if Tua is the answer or if he's trash. And the only way we'll know that is if there's no distractions, if you give him the offensive line, if you give him the wide receivers, you give him a running back, then what other excuse can you give him? You give him a coach that calls him on an airplane and tells him he loves him and gives him his chalky milk before he goes to bed, okay? Tua has everything, and the last thing that we needed was a QB controversy. And whether you believe it or not, that's what we have now. It's already happening. Go right now and Google Tua Bridgewater. And the first 5 articles are, Bridgewater could be a more competent starter in Mike McDaniel's offense. They're already talking, and it's only March, guys.
And it's national media doing it.
It's only March.
Look, look though, the thing of it is though, Drew Bertrand, Tua has a chance before game 1 to squash all that.
Yep.
Sure.
In practice, he's got to show.
That would have to be in practice, though, Color.
What we're talking about, I'm not talking.
I know what I was going to say was if he can't, then there's your answer as to whether he's trash, because if he's not trash, it doesn't matter. It's not as if this is the mistake people are making. They act as if the live game is the only way we can make that determination. And so what I'm saying to you is, if Tua is in fact not trash, then it's not even going to be close in training camp.
I agree. Yeah, he's going to win the locker room over before game 1. So
we made that decision, Color, with Josh Rosen.
Yeah, hang on, Crypto. I'm
Again, but I'm just pointing out logic here, Crypto, and we know that they don't function that way. So
Drubitron, where can they find you other than Twitch? Where can they find you on Twitter and all that kind of stuff? Same
I'm
handle
everywhere.
on
Drubitron. I'm also on YouTube, but again, you guys are here on YouTube. I don't want to like clog up the YouTube space, so that's why I'm more focused on Twitch, but I'm also on Twitter. Drubitron over there. I'm Drubitron everywhere. Just Google Drubitron, you'll find me.
All right, push back on that last little bit.
Yeah, so I'm gonna push where I'm gonna push back again. I don't doubt that Tua could beat out a Teddy Bridgewater.
I'd push back on a few titties in my life.
Why would you push back on the titties, man?
A titty bidgewetter. That's what you were going to say. You were going to say a titty bidgewetter.
I don't doubt that Tua could beat out. There's too many like words here. Tua could beat out a Teddy Bridgewater on the practice field. Okay, I don't doubt that. My concern is where I believe Tua's biggest issues is not his arm, it's not his hip, it's not his finger, it's not his chalky milk, it's up in his head. Okay, Tua. You can look at the stats, you can watch the film. Some people will say it's because he can't read defenses. That's why he can't get past his first read. I don't believe that because we've seen him do it in Alabama. Okay. Tua can get past his first read. His problem is not there. It's that this kid is terrified. Okay. When you can see it, he starts patting the ball. When he's when he's behind the line and it's been more than a second and a half, he starts to panic. And so I think there's a lot of this stuff in his head about him being worried about injuries, him being worried about being replaced, him being worried about coaches not liking him, about them taking his chalky milk. Okay. That's why I wanted no distractions for Tua, because then I can't say, well, he's looking over his back, so it's in his head like, oh my God, if I make a mistake, if I do this, if I do that. This is a kid who I believe may already have some like mental issues, not issues, right? I don't think he's messed up in the head. I think he's a kid, dude. Guy. He's a kid who had to, who took over for Ryan Fitzpatrick, who the team loved. I'm sorry, Ms. Vince, what was that?
That's why I say it shouldn't take him long to learn the playbook. He knows.
He's not a kid. He's getting paid $30 million to do a job. He needs to take ownership of his.
He's a kid who's getting paid $30 million to do a job.
A kid is when you're 12, maybe 17. Not when you're 23 and getting paid $30 million. He is the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, but that's precisely what makes him not a good quarterback.
Right.
Maybe.
Nothing makes a quarterback.
These are all part of the psychological questions they ask in these psych tests.
But here's where I want to push back. Hold on.
Nothing makes a player more unsettled and nervous on the field than not mastering your playbook, not knowing what it is you need to do.
Yeah.
So it's not. So when you talk about the mental issues, some of that falls back on Tua's responsibility to know the playbook.
He needs to take ownership.
Yeah.
Well, here's.
No, he was busy rehabbing though. To be fair to him.
Yeah.
To learn the playbook.
Everybody. I'm gonna get to everybody.
He wasn't really putting his heart into it.
Hang on. Sorry, Mike. Real quick.
Yeah, hang on. Okay, go ahead, Miss Vince, real quick.
2 seconds. Crypto, I'm going to push back because if you're rehabbing, that doesn't stop you from learning a sheet. You can go ahead and learn a playbook while you're rehabbing because what?
That's true. I'm just saying maybe his priorities was out of order.
Yeah,
everybody
I'm not excusing him. I'm just saying maybe that was his priority.
Everybody playing Madden knows to his playbook.
Hey, all right, Drubitron. So favorite tailgate food, and
that's
then last
neither here nor there, color.
Favorite tailgate food is I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't eat a lot of junk food.
I'm sorry, Drubitron. I had to say one other thing. Crypto. Maybe he can get with Devontae, and Devontae can show him the playbook on Madden.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, go ahead, Drew.
Good luck with that.
I don't eat a lot of junk food.
No, that's what Devontae's known for. Like wasn't that
Caller,
what made
I'm
him
mute
like?
You damn it! I'm trying to get everybody their last word. Let Drubitron finish.
So I'll take a hot dog, I guess. I don't know. A burger. I like burgers. Give me a burger.
what do you put on the burger? You can't just like Kohler said hot dog. Y'all, this is a combo platter. This is like what's your favorite thing to eat? It can't just be a burger.
No, like I take everything on a burger: lettuce, tomato, ketchup, mayo, mustard. Like, give me the works on a burger.
So you take it all and you beat it and you think about titties. Awesome. Thanks, Trouble. Appreciate you being here tonight. Trouble. I'm gonna start with Trouble real quick. All right, Trouble. Do you think there's dissension in the locker room starting? And then give me your favorite tailgate food.
Dissension in the locker room. Well, in every season, there's going to be mistrust in the guys around you, right? You build that trust through practice. You build that trust through performance on the field, right? Now, are there guys who mistrust Tua at this moment on the team? Hell yeah. I mean, I've been posting that quote in the chat. And NFL players do talk. They have almost like an exclusive community. So unconfidence or a non-confidence vote in Tua is already in the atmosphere, right? Now, but that doesn't mean nothing. That doesn't mean crap. If Tua comes into camp and puts his foot down and establishes himself as QB1, right? Can he still do it? Maybe. I don't know. We're all the better for it if he does, right? But nothing he's done thus far indicates that he is going to take that step, including his trainers, pop videos he keeps on putting on the screen every now and then. But and as far as like
the 71-yard pass.
Yeah, the 71-yard pass, the skipping around and through jump ropes, all that kind of stuff.
Skip to my loo.
Exactly. As far as tailgating food, man, you can't go better than wings, man. Put some barbecue.
All right, but what's your favorite sauce? Are you traditional, or do you like
give me some barbecue, something exotic like some Asian fusion thing. Anything spicy is good on them wings.
Awesome. Appreciate you being here, Trouble. And where can they find you on YouTube, Twitter, where else?
Man, I'm not on social media like that. Honestly, I'm a 46-year-old person about to be 47. I'm trying to learn this stuff, but I'm not a social media guy, man. Sorry.
Cool. No, appreciate you being here. That just makes me happier that you're here to see us, man. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you next time. Miss Fins. So are you worried about dissension in the locker room?
No. And let me explain why. It's not his first rodeo. He's had controversy his freshman year, his sophomore year, and he's going into year 3. So I feel like this should make him stronger mentally. He should already know what it feels like. So he should take ownership and actually grow from this and overcome it. At the end of the day, it's his choice. He needs to look into his emotional intelligence and overcome this obstacle, because clearly to me, the physical looks like it's there and he's getting better, but the mental is not. And that's on him. He needs to work on that. So no, I don't think that's going to be an issue, because at the end of the day, it's 100% on him. Whatever his decision is, it's what we'll see.
So what's the ladies? What's the lady of the channel? You're the my lady. What is your favorite tailgate food, Miss Fins?
I really love grilled chicken barbecue sandwich.
Yeah.
With American cheese. I have to have my cheese. I love my
cheese.
Hey,
I love it. And what kind of bread? You just write a traditional hamburger bun, don't matter?
Yeah, burger bun or the potato bun is fine.
Oh, I love potato bread, bro.
Yeah, or the Hawaiian, the sweet roll.
Man, I'm getting so hungry, guys.
You have to have that elbow macaroni salad from Publix. Yep. I love that puppy.
Hey, tell them where they can find you before you jump off.
Well, you can definitely find me. I mean, I'm always trying to, help everybody out in the community. So you'll see me in different panels in the morning and nighttime. But I do have my own channel. It is Miss Fins. MISSPHINS, and you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and obviously YouTube. I am growing my channel. It is a newer channel, so the goal is 1,000 right now. We're trying to get me over 200. So if you guys can go over to my channel, Miss Fins, I'd love it. I have some great content, breaking some news. I typically break news a lot quicker on Twitter, obviously, because it's just easier. But I definitely do. I'm starting to do live streams, so keep an eye out. I'm gonna see what day I can do it a little more consistently, but definitely I'll be doing some bigger and better things. So if you guys could support me, I'd really appreciate that.
Well, thank you, my lady. I'll talk to you later. All right. So Green Rat, I'm gonna bring you up, and then I'm gonna finish with JP, Crypto, and then Color. So Green Rat, are you worried that maybe this whole Teddy Bridgewater interview yesterday is going to possibly start some more dissension in the locker room?
No, I think Tua's in a good place. I mean, last year he was yelling at the linemen when they were false starting and shit. Threw the ball at Austin Jackson's feet. I think he has command of the team now, so I think he'll be all right.
Awesome. And then favorite tailgate food?
I don't have time for fucking tailgate food. I'm getting into the game to fucking cheer my Dolphins on, guys.
Okay. So at halftime, you don't go to the concession stand and get something because that's tailgate food.
No, not really.
Hey, I love you. I love a committed fan that doesn't leave their seat unless pee in the bottle, right? That's all you do is you.
Well, I can't get back in time for the game because you're sitting there at the concession stand. So,
hey, I feel you. I appreciate it. All right, Green Rat, thanks for joining us as always. All right, JP, are you worried about dissension in the locker room? Be real with me, bro.
Of course, we're always real recognize real. You know what? It's in the back of my mind. I think Tua's got some thoughts going on. I got a new coach, I got a renewed lease on life, but then they brought this guy in who not only has starting experience, but he's a Miami boy. This guy is a Miami quarterback. He's from the hometown. Then he makes this comment, and I don't think Bridgewater meant it to be controversial because he is a consummate pro. I think there might be some controversy there, though. I think there might be some dissension in the ranks inadvertently. I think there's a little bit.
I'm going to ask you this, and this is directed at you in particular, is why did he have to bring up that Tua hasn't reached out to him yet? Like, why do you have to do that, man?
That's a great question.
There's just no way around it other than he thinks he's going to start.
I mean, I think Teddy thinks he can start in Miami. I really do. I think Teddy's a competitor. I mean, I think he came to Miami thinking, look, I got a legitimate chance of taking this man's job. And I think he knows around the league. I mean, people talk. And I think somebody said that earlier in the panel, people talk. And, I think people, all this bluster at Mike McDaniel saying, look, Tua's my guy. And I think they're going into the season with Tua as quarterback. But I think he also knows, look, that Chris Greer's job may be tedious, and we talked about it earlier. How many starts is Tua going to get before they pull the plug, knowing that, look, McDaniel's only going to go so far in before he realizes I'm not going to attach my wagon to this horse if it's going down, it's going down in flames. So I think that's why Teddy said, look, Tua hasn't reached out to me yet because there's some insecurity there. I think Teddy realizes that.
Awesome. So favorite tailgate food, JP?
I gotta go ahead and go with the buffalo wings, man. There's nothing better than that. The spicy buffalo wings. So throw some that Texas hot sauce on there. Nothing better than it, brother.
Hey, I'm gonna make so when I come to Miami, I'll blast it in plenty of time for everybody to be there if you can. I'm gonna do a full on. I think I'm gonna pick about 8 items that are from my noggin, and I'm gonna do all this food for y'all, and I cannot wait. There's gonna be wings, there's gonna be brisket, there's gonna be pork, it's just gonna be a whole line. I cannot wait. Appreciate you being here as always, JP. Can they find you on Twitter or anywhere else you want to tell people to find you?
Oh yeah, it's at JP on Sports. It's at JP on Sports. Yeah, if you follow Mike, him and I often do interactions. We'll be talking about Texas or the Dolphins. We'll be retweeting each other like a couple of old pals, So I'm pretty easy to find on there, and hit me up.
Yeah, you had one thing right, JP. You are an old pal of mine, like an old pal. No, I'm just kidding, bro. I love you, bro. And it is always hook 'em. All right, Crypto. I got to ask you one thing before I want you to answer the question. Is where the hell did you get that little picture up here on the screen? Because it's dope, dude. It's like 2 and on with some glowing eyeballs.
Oh, yeah. That's my NFT avatar.
It's pretty dope, dude. I like it a lot. So
yeah,
I want to ask you, and I don't want to get too much
of
into that, but it is pretty dope. Did you make it yourself?
No, it was a download from
awesome.
from the NFT website. I just purchased it through the crypto.
Well, I love it.
It was one of the crypto sites I got it from.
Dude, I think it's dope. It literally is like I can't take my eyes off it. So, are you worried about dissension in the locker room with the whole Teddy situation from yesterday?
No, not really. I think it's something they should be able to overcome, though, as far as the any possible dissension. But JP had a good point there. That it's something to just keep your eye open for as far as any kind of, you give them an inch, they take a mile. They'll exploit whatever possible dissension it could be. If Tua starts to falter, that can be easily used as another way to pigeonhole him into the excuse that he had somebody looking over his head and he wasn't able to focus on a task at hand. So, it's like the old saying, loose lips sink ships. We got to keep it tight, as far as having no possible idea of a controversy, because that could be used in whether you like it or not, in Tua's behalf, as a way to give him year 3, 4, 5, and 6, because he wasn't able to focus in on the task, because he bringing in all these quarterbacks to bring dissension into the locker room.
I got you. So what's your favorite tailgate food?
Oh man, it's a good variety, but I will have to go to my old-fashioned nacho bel grande with chicken.
Hey, dude, man, you remember the Mexican Dixon chips though from Plano? Because that went hard too.
Because Mexican food is my favorite overall anyway. So anything along those lines, it makes a good tailgate food. But me being from the Midwest, I would have to say second to that is a good old-fashioned corn dog fried in avocado oil.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right, Crypto. Hey, appreciate you being here, man. Can they find you on Twitter? Anywhere you want to let them know where you are? Or you just on here?
Yeah, Crypto Dolphin. Yeah, and I'm here too most of the time. So you can find me on the Twitter space under my name.
Awesome. Appreciate you, Crypto. Thanks for always. Color. I'm gonna let you roll
Yes,
for a
sir.
little bit.
Well, Crypto just made a really interesting point I hadn't thought of earlier. If this is going to be always a thing, like, we bring in any quarterback as his backup, and it's going to be seen that way, and it just keeps going on forever. Could Tua be known as the guy that could never have a good career because he could never accept his backup?
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, can you imagine that? Like, have you ever heard of anything like that?
Nope. But I'm more worried about the team, and are they going to play for Tua if Teddy outperforms in practice? Yet there's
well, you know how I feel about that. I was gonna say something earlier about that. It could be like, I don't know who else has already been cut, but there has been a couple of people just let walk. Could those be the people that were saying those things? Duke Johnson.
Yeah, well, and that's my question. There's only been 2, I think.
Mac Hollins. Are these the guys that were making those statements?
That's true. All right, favorite tailgate food, Color.
I kind of like Crypto's idea
hot dogs,
with the
but I need you to go like grilled onions or like jalapenos or something.
Well, I know. I was gonna say, like, I like Crypto's idea with the nachos. I don't go Bel Grande or nothing, but I do like some nachos and maybe some big fat pretzels or something. You know what I mean?
Pretzel, with the warm cheese or just mustard?
Either cheese or mustard, but if it's gonna be mustard, it's gonna be some good, like, hearty mustard, like spicy brown mustard or something.
Yeah, that's got that substance to it, not just mustard seed. All right,
sure.
Appreciate you, Color. Hey,
Yep,
and
thanks,
remember,
man.
tell everybody where they can find you.
Oh, ColorCom on Twitter. I got my own channel, Color Commentary. I'm still trying to pump out more content for. I'm really been just clipping a lot of stuff off Finn's Tailgate. But Thursday nights on the Finn's Tailgate, trying to get back going with TD on Friday nights on his channel, and Tonk co-hosting with Tonk on TMI Tuesdays. Other than that, you can find me just about anywhere.
Where's that show? You can find you on that show too, right?
Oh yeah. Was that? Oh, Mike on the mic. Oh, you want me to go ahead and finish that out? All right. Yeah, I'm on every show these guys do. Mike on the mic does a great one. Saturday nights is his own show, Drop the Mic. And of course, he lets us come on for open mic on Tuesdays after Tonk TMI. Then I'm on again on Thursdays, but and as well as Capitan just about every night. He's hit us up if you feel generous enough on the Cash App at the $, the Finn's Tailgate, and Venmo the Finn's Tailgate. Fanatics, everything you need for officially licensed gear. And drop, use the link in the description below let them know we sent you. We all appreciate that. We're so close to 1,000. What's the refresh real quick, Mike?
Let me check. Hang on. Somebody else probably get to it quicker, but I think we were at 563 last I saw.
You mean eight something? Yeah,
863. Sorry, 863. My fault.
So I got right now currently. Let me refresh the page. I got currently 867. So man, we're
we got
close.
4 more tonight. That's awesome. Well, appreciate you, Color, as always. I always appreciate when you're here. Thanks for rolling with me tonight. So guys, we covered a lot. I mean, a lot of stuff. So I'm thankful for y'all being here, and we are so close to that 1,000, guys. Tell your friends, tell your buddies, tell your work buddies. Hell, if you need to tell them that there's farmers porn on YouTube, I'll make it happen. I don't care. But no, for real, guys, thank y'all so much for being here. It's been another wonderful open mic. We did, for those of you that are coming in late, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe. Let's grow this show even further. Appreciate it. Dude, I got like 8 people waiting in backstage. I love all the interaction, guys. It makes this so much more fun, and it makes it to where it's not a burden to take time away to talk to y'all. I absolutely love what I'm doing. Thank you so much for being here, and peace out, y'all.